coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say, where's Dashy? Where is Dashy? The ratty's back there. It was really wild before, pulling in some cardboard or toilet paper rolls things. Anyway, so Killer Croc hath impressed me. I mean, I was right for a little bit when it went down to like 800 to 900 this morning. I was like, all right, there's always like 5 or 6 of them in there, and then it shot up like a bat out of hell. Everyone comment F in the chat for pay respects to Meatloaf, but yeah, shout out like a bat out of hell, and I was like, oh, okay, well this is what it's doing. It's going crazy. It went up to like 2K. It was down to like 1600 by the time I took the screenshot about a half hour ago, and then I was expecting it. I mean, again, if Brock McLaughlin had said, posted on Twitter before, like, hey, if you had $2,000, would you really spend 75% of it on that, or would you use it, or again, that or Joey and Batman? I'll take Joey and Batman all day. And they're about the same. And again, it's not that I think Joey and Batman has like the better artwork. It's not that I think Joey and Batman is just a more iconic Batman than the Dark Knight and the Killer Croc. I don't think that at all. I think the artwork and the color and the statue, being actual poses fighting, I think that is much better than Joey and Batman. But the Joey and Batman is part of that first set, and that first set means not everything, but that means a lot. So Joey and Batman is 1750 right now, and the current statue is about 1626. If any one of my Patreon members texted me like, hey, I got $1,800, should I get this or should I get Joey and Batman? Joey and Batman all the way, all heckin' day. And why? Because it's part of that. It's something that's a little more historic. Part of that first set. A Killer Croc or a common or an uncommon or maybe even like a rare Spiderman. What do we get? What was that? The Mickey Mouse, the Steamboat Willie. I would get Steamboat Willie. There's a bunch of other things that I would get. Now again, this is really cool, and I didn't expect this to do well this quickly. Again, I was going to get one if it was around $800-ish, but it was not. I mean, it was for a little while, but clearly I missed those, and people just be going ham. They're going crazy, and again, it doesn't take It could have just been every single one of us that were here for months and months and months could not have gotten that. It could have just been everybody that had signed up yesterday. And well, that's it seems like a lot. Yeah, but 20,000 people, I'm gonna say like, hey, put in a couple grand. Kind of makes sense. Again, I don't know how much of the gems are put in today. We'd have to rely on Puddin' Cheeks for that. He's always the one that puts up those charts. God bless him. And I don't know if I want to do most people that make content, usually bring value and specialize in something. And I don't know if I want to say like, hey, this is someone that actually maybe might not put out the best content, maybe might not want to follow, or just might not be a good person. Maybe I should do a poll. Be like, because I don't really want to do any hit pieces or anything, but there's definitely someone that starts drama all the time and is really not productive and not good. So I might do that at some point. If the problem gets worse, I'll let y'all know. Outside of that, hi babe. It's not the first appearance of the girlfriend. Some of y'all saw her at New Year's, but that is she's taking the doggo out. Where is Gemma? Right where? Pick her up. Simba her. Nah, see done yet. Oh, Gemma. Oh, it's my little piglet.
She has a piglet.
I know, like my brother. Okay, thank you. Oh, yes. Oh, I know. I'm saved. Daddy's saved. Oh, gosh. I feel like Tony Stark, and this is his daughter, Morgan. She goes rescues him. Yeah, you lick my. Why do you lick the inside of my nose? I don't like that. Lick my cheek. My cheek. No, not the inside. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So I will wind up getting the Croc at some point as well. Probably when Omi moons, though. Probably in a. Okay, you can go down. Probably when Omi moons, and probably when I have a little more than $1,200 in my account because currently right now the gem account is because I bought some of those Joey M. Batmans. I bought Steamboat Willie. I didn't think that was. I didn't think that this would be this much, at least this quickly. And I don't want to say God forbid, but God forbid they announced Pokemon too early, and I go and I don't I don't have enough gems. Well, I'm gonna heck myself. I'm gonna heck myself out on that one. But I'm gonna get to I'm gonna get to the comments. Me home saying first. Oh, you did it. You got first. Let's do this. James Kelly second. Ryan Noon's third. Obadiah, you did get fourth. You did get fourth. You were not third. But thank you for saying got you. Ryan Noon says I'm seeing before you on my feed. Yeah, Justin says Office Space is a great movie. Be really cool if you did. Office Space is pretty good. That'd be great. No, that wasn't Office Space. You can come in on Monday. That'd be great. Stay safe, babe. Okay. Obadiah says, I'll sit on your lap. Doesn't matter. Keith S. with those gators. How's it going? Thank you, thank you. Ryan Noon says, feel. Obadiah says, anyone get lucky with today's drop? I did not. A couple people on my stream did, but not too many people. Low Success, I'm the dude that got 6 of them. What? Oh, JK. Keith is laughing. Dope says, I'll sit on Randy's lap for an alligator Loki. Like Santa? I mean, I guess I could do that at the next party. I could, go there with my cane and be like, oh, all right, sit on Chavez's lap. Pay an alligator Loki. I mean, if you want, y'all want, I guess I'd have to talk to, the old lady about that. Like, hey babe, can my friend sit on my lap? They'll pay me an alligator Loki, and I think as long as I say that, she'd be like, yeah, it's fine. But I do think that she'd probably be like, okay, well, only guys, and that makes it a little less okay with me because I would want to be fair to all of the sexes, and if it is just males sitting on me, and I don't want to assume anyone's gender, but if it is anyway, I would be more comfortable if I'm going to do it for one. I should do it for all, and that's the argument I'm going to bring her. If that is what y'all want, I will keep y'all posted. Obadiah's laughing. Ryan Noon says, Randy, did you see the interview with John Rogers, former Disney employee, about how First Appearance Gold moments are going to be fire? I did not. I know Alex's response to that. Again, I didn't see it. I'm not 100% sure what's going on, what's happening with it, but let me read y'all Alex's response. It's Alex G. Reverend Alex G. He can marry people, Where was I? Whenever, wherever, I'm meant to be together. End up asking when. How many times you... Okay. Oh my god. Wow. We're invited... I can't get his... But basically he had said... Oh, first he says hodl. Well, I'll go after that. Well, let me read the hodl remark. The Todd father says he definitely sounded salty when talking about the former Disney guy and tried to discredit the collection, but my emphasis on sharing this perspective is how much value he put on those first appearances. It's incredible that Veve official was able to secure them and how their mint sizes are minuscule in proportion to their demand. And he puts a gif that says, when your future is too bright, it's Squirtle from the Squirtle Squad, the leader, putting those glasses on, and Alex just like, hodl for your life. We also have Hollywood. No, it was musicians. Sales or account. Maybe he deleted that. Maybe he deleted his response, but it was basically saying how this guy didn't really know 100% of what he was talking about. But he did say some other stuff today about some other people, saying, talking to someone, saying, you were told many times why you were banned, and why do you care so much? Focus on you, and so moving on. Justin says, Randy Raid. Justin says, alligators. Glowstick OP says, Randy, hop on. I am on right meow. Red Ghost says, do anybody know how much Croc was at first, a few minutes in market? Yeah, they were, it was like 1,500, 1,200, went down to 800 a couple times. One person listed it for $569. And then a bunch of people listed it for like $1.20 and $3, and it was horrible. It sucked. Obadiah says, hope Randy doesn't eat chicken today. I'm starving. So I did have a bunch of chicken over there. And, I go into the grocery store before heading over to Danielle's, and I was like, I go into the grocery store and it just says, Entenmann's cake half off. So I was like, well, she loves the deviled icing, and I do too. The Entenmann's cake, the deviled icing, it's so good. So I got that, and then I got my chicken, and I ate most of the chicken. And then she's like, I thought we were gonna get Chinese food, and I was like, well, we could still get Chinese food. So we got Chinese food, and I had some of those scallion pancakes, and then I had more chicken. I had more scallion pancakes, and then for a snack, I had some of the cake, and I don't feel good. Like I ate too much, and the sugar on top of that was not good. It reminds me of the time I went to my great aunt Helen's, who lived in Pennsylvania, and um, I had a bunch of chocolate milk that day, and the chocolate milk was on point. It was good. It was Yoo-hoo. It was Nestle. I just got every pit stop we went. I got chocolate milk, and then my great aunt Helen is just like, "Oh, would you like a beer?" And I was like, "I mean, not really." And she's like, "Yeah, just try some." And and I'm like, have a sip. And I was like, "Okay." And then that little bit of beer on top of all of that chocolate milk, I was, I felt like a turtle that was mating when he goes like, like it was straight up. I was not having a good time. I think they might have done that on purpose, and like, yeah, see, this is why you don't have beer. And well, you know what? It worked. I didn't drink again until I was in the military. So, yeah. um, but yeah, I not that I feel like that right now, but I will not be eating on stream right now just because I do not feel good. Oh, here it is. So the thing that Alex posted before says, obviously misinformed. Nothing about golden moments was Happy Meal like or promo specific. The dude goes out of his way to distinguish promotional from a licensing agreement, but clearly isn't aware we have an entire roadmap beyond what was simply an intro uh, to the partnership for Disney Plus Day. And before I break that down, okay, first before I do that, um, there's something called the Scooby-Doo Project, which apparently is not a fever dream. Apparently, the Scooby-Doo Project is something that Cartoon Network actually produced that is not fan made, and it's like the Blair Witch Project, and bad stuff, like bad juju happens. Like I haven't re-seen it yet. Um, anyway, but before I get to breaking down that whole thing, I'm gonna ask everyone to go to the bar. Oh, we got a super chat from Raythax, but everyone should smash that like button. And then Raythax, the $5 super chat saying, TMI, you watching turtles mating. Well, I love Animal Planet, and I love like Discovery Channel and Nat Geo and all that. So like I've seen it like in passing. Like I've seen, you know, it just have and like I'm sure Raythax, you know what I'm talking about. So you've definitely seen that as well. I'm gonna move on here. Oh yeah, so breaking down that tweet, and thank you, me home for sending me that. Me home is a that level of Patreon member for mine. But basically, it says he says that we have a clear roadmap, an entire roadmap beyond what was simply an intro to the partnership for Disney Plus Day. To me, that means that the Golden Moments and any other NFT they made is minuscule compared to what they have. When they say roadmap, I'm thinking Disney. Like when I say Disney, I'm thinking music. Because, well, what did Disney have? They had Lizzie McGuire, and they had Hannah Montana, and they had Wizards at Waverly Place. So you have Hilary Duff, you have Selena Gomez, and you have Miley Cyrus that all sang and were all pretty good. And maybe they can get some type of a deal worked out for music with Disney, which would be pretty cool. Or maybe that wand that people used to go, din, 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 that used to draw the ears. That's like, and you're watching Disney Channel. That type of thing would be pretty cool. Maybe they have some help with the metaverse. Maybe they go and say like, hey, the metaverses, the VVverse and Disney's metaverse are connected somehow. Maybe that's part of the roadmap. Again, this is just speculation. I have no proof of that. But I mean, reading into that, he says they have a clear roadmap. Now, could he just be talking about the NFTs? I guess, maybe. But an entire roadmap means, to me, a lot more than just NFTs. But again, maybe I'm reaching here. I don't know. We'll see. Keith says 1,000. Okay, all right. And now I'm finally back up to the beginning of the video. What says, is Batman Alligator a buy now or nah? For me, nah. Dope says 800 to 900-ish. Yeah, it was down there too. Glowstick says probably filling up his water bottle right now. You are 100% correct. It was given time. And yeah, I said 10:20, and I was not late. I started this at like 10:20 and like 30 seconds. But yes. Okay. I was filling that up to settle my tummy. If someone ever seen that meme, is like me listening to like DMX while I'm going to the store to get Pepto-Bismol because my tummy hurts. I love that meme. Obadiah says some dude got lucky and bought 2 Crocs for $1.20. Oh, seller made a mistake with the price. Sucks with the seller, but damn what. Yeah, I was trying to buy those this morning just so I could send them back to the owner and be like, hey, listen, you messed up. Here you go. Tor DeLand says, when do you think staking might start? Oh, I hope soon. I really hope soon. Because why? Because when, if we're staking at like, if we're staking at under a penny, let's say we start staking at 1 penny. Okay, $50,000 worth of that we get to stake. Okay, well, let's say we stake for 6 months, and 6 months later, or let's say 4 months into the 6 months of staking, we're at 10 cents. Now we're not staking $50,000 each. We're staking $500,000 each, which is a lot. We went over like 50 million. Yeah, let's take a look at this. So, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be more than 1,000 people. But let's just, for instance, let's say $50,000 times 1,000 people. That is $50 million. And what do? We have to multiply it by 10, because if we 10x, then that's $500 million worth of OMI that's locked up. Can't wait. I'll check Gaming says fire. Rager Crane says he's eating some pineapple chicken. I hate you so much. Raggy Boy says Kobe is about to do a blind box. You and Randy, I'm not in that one, but shout out to Kobe for constantly lifting up the community and constantly doing some really good, cool stuff with that. Hey, babe, how'd Gemma do?
Oh, it snowed.
It snowed?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's a little dusting out there. Little white things. Yeah. You love the snow.
Love it.
What's up, Ballin? How's it going? Justin says, at Glowstick, OP, you said hop on. Be Great says, let's go. Regular Day says, what's up, fool? What's going on, Ray? Glowstick says, hit the damn like button, people. Yeah, Justin says, buying OMI tomorrow. Get that dip. Get that bread. Oh, hi, kitty. Hey, Leo. Leo, you want to come up here? Yeah, you want to say hi? No, you just want to headbutt the chair? Okay, moving on. Lord of the Realm says, the 27th is coming up quick. I'm so hyped. Months of waiting finally coming to an end. Agreed. What's up, X-Idol? How's it going? Aza says, did you see the interview with the ex-Disneys? I did not. I mean, someone else asked that before, but I kind of know what happened. Hey, come on, kitty. Let's say hi to everyone. This is Leo, for those of you that do not know. This is Leo, my baby, right? Yeah. I know you too. Leo can sometimes be a bully, but look at him. In his prime. He's not in his prime. He's like 12 years old. I love you. Okay? You go hunt. Not that rat. You hunt some other rats. Okay. Okay, moving on. John M says first appearance girlfriend. No way. No, the first appearance of her was at the New Year's party, where I did stream that. Hoy Mike Jackson. Let's go, Randy. What we got here? Potsy Weber 73 says, "What up, Dan? You better half live. Wait, who's Dan? Where's the Dan? I don't know. Oh, I did. So Potsy, I did not recognize that Danielle, short for Danielle, is Dan. Why is he asking you if you better half live? Or is he saying my better half is live? Yes, that is my better half. So, a derp. Moving on. Bill Gardner says that's an FA. Well, that was the FA. I guess is this first edition girlfriend? I don't know. Obadiah says screenshotted this Randy NFT. It says we all love Randy. Thanks, guys. Mr. Lado says, Randy, what are your thoughts on your special friend? Danielle? Or the dog? The cat? Which special friend? And then let me know. Because I will totally give my thoughts on. Baby Mom says, I told you, he says another content creator is a tool. It's not my place to say if he's been nothing but nice to me. And I don't want to air out any other dirty laundry. I was not talking about Cody Thrive when I was talking about that before. Just so y'all know. John says, how is he rug pulling? Who's rug pulling what? I don't know. Dope Serenity got it backwards. He's paying me an alligator Loki for sitting on his lap. I don't. I can't give those away. Maybe I could at some point, but it would not be for lap sitting pleasure. Glowstick says an NFT that costs $600 just to sweep floors and dump on P. Wait, what NFT? Wait, what? What's $600? What's sweeping the floor? Dope is laughing. Justin says they just lower the circulating supply like Randy with Loki's. I do be doing that though. Ginferno says, howdy, what's up going on, Ginferno? Obadiah says, smash that like button. Glowstick says, all love. J-Man says, but the full set of Tristan Eaton bunnies, Randy. Oh, you did buy it, good. But good pieces in the future, question mark? I think so. I think DesignerCon, a lot of those artists, because they're independent and they're not part of any like giant corporation, would most likely be able to go to OpenSea with relative ease. And Tristan Eaton's very successful by himself. So yeah, I think that'd be pretty good in the short term. Long term, yeah, maybe. But short term definitely, because I think that'll go on OpenSea at some point. What's that? I've seen Tristan's art floating around in some non-Veve metaverse galleries. Crypto cribs. Ooh, that does. If you're gonna make a prediction and you say like, okay, well, can we draw parallels from this to what? Yeah, probably. So it'd probably be really good, and Veve would just give them that added boost. Tony Rouse says, I need comfort. I sold 2 Waltz to get 2 Risos. 2 right before Walt exploded and Riso stayed stagnant. Help me keep my sanity right now. After my moves, I'm down over 70K. Well, I wouldn't say you're down because, you haven't lost the money. You just maybe didn't receive the gains that you would have gotten if you would have stayed. I do think Riso is going to pop at some... Again, when you want that first set and... out of the 1750 made, less than 1600 are available because, I mean, between a few people that I know, there's like 130 of them that are locked up forever. Like that, you can't get those. The same way my 134 common alligator Lokios are locked up, 134 Reeses are locked up, never to be seen again, because of the people that have them. And okay, well, why? And it's a lot more impressive with the Risos because everyone wants that, and there's only 1750 of them made. Now granted, are like 400 or 500 of the Waltz locked up? Probably, but there's a lot more Waltz than there are Risos. So I'm very, very bullish on Riso. I had 2 of them at one point. I did sell 1 for some other grails, but yeah, I'm very bullish on them. So fret not yet. Obadiah says Riso will have its days. Agreed. Giovanni says, Randy, you're the man. Thank you. It says partners to 100K this year. Yeah, easy. This says, when did Walt explode? I mean, it's exploded a couple of times. I don't know if it's been again recently within the last couple of days, but Walt was at 40K at one point. So we go to the brands here. And we go to the Disney. Golden moment. Come on now. Touch me, babe. And he was down to like 27,000 again after that. It's up to 34.6K right now. So, and it's by Vegan Man. I see that dude everywhere. Vegan Man gets around. I don't know who he is. Whatever. Freddie Mercury, what's going on? Say hello, Randy. Hi, Dashy. David Paris says, Randy, thoughts on first appearance Robin? I feel like at 1750 edition, Sleeping Giant. A lot of people will like him. I mean, there's just other Robins to choose from. I mean, you do have a bunch in general. You got Tim Drake, you have Jason Todd, you got obviously the Carmine Infantino Robin, you have the Damian Wayne Robin. But I think that in the future, yeah, he'll be good. But 1750. How much is he? Let's take a look at how much he is. I'll go to the black and white set. And I think he's in the second set, right? Yeah, he's in the second set. Was it 2K? 2.9K. I'm trying to think where I'd probably get the Becky Cloonan Batman as opposed to him, because that one should be the same price. Yeah, 2.9K. I'd rather get the Becky Cloonan Batman before I get the Robin. But again, Robin's really not bad to get. Jacob DeLeon says common first appearance Spider-Man or this common first appearance Spider-Man, because he's much cheaper also. Steven Duarte says Walt will always outpace the Riso. I mean, he is only 2 months old, and he's already outpacing the Riso. Yeah, so from now on he probably will, but I think there will be some places where there'll be some dogfights. we're right now. Do I get a reso, or do I get two resos and basically do I spend $40,000 or $42,000 on a reso or on two resos, or do I get a Walt and then not have to spend that extra $7,000? I might get two resos because again, Walt's already gone up quite a lot, and it has dipped back down. So it's had its retrace down to 27K and back up to 30, 34, 35 right now. Where Reso has not done that. Reso was at like 25, was down to like 18 at one point. I think right now is up to what, 22? Maybe not even that. So let's take a look. Oh, it's at 20,000 right now. So 19,900. Um, this hasn't hit that super epic peak yet, but I do believe that that time will come. Again, long term, you're right. Walls probably always outperform, but because I don't think Riso should be $15,000 away from Walt, at least not right now. In the future, yeah, especially if Disney gives that utility, yeah, that's over. It's insane. What we got? Does is why is Riso good again? Just that first set you need, and that is the cheapest, or not the cheapest. That is the least amount of mints in that first set. People that want that, they again 1,600 people to come in right now that are all millionaires that want it cannot get it. They cannot. So it's going to be. I mean, you could have 3,000 people that want Walt and they can all get one, but there's a lot less people that can get that first set because of him. And what was these? Is Randy, which exchange do you use to purchase OMI? Any tips when making large OMI orders? I actually don't. I send Bitcoin to a friend of mine, and he purchases it for me. He uses Bitforex. J-Man says, ultra rare Mickey and Todd think can hit 100K. Not this year. Those are a lot. There are a lot of mints, both of those, 6,900 and 7,500. Yeah, definitely not this year. At some point, that's a lot, and there's so many of those. It's gonna be hard to say. Jacob DeLeon says common first appearance Spider-Man, or this Croc Batman. Oh, common first appearance Spider-Man. Bert DeJerk says Batman Killer Croc should moon. It's the first battle statue in colored Batman. That counts for something, I believe. It definitely does. Definitely does count for something. A lot of people are saying no. Simpsons first appearance battle statue. I mean, they are joking each other. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it'll be good, but it's not really a priority for me right now. Stephen Duarte says, for sure, common Spider-Man, agreed. Ray Thax, thank you for that $5 super chat saying TMI, you watching Turtles mating. Stephen Duarte says, double smash that like button. Thank you for double smashing that like button. That means the world. Frank Sabaga says, in the past few days, and due to the entire crypto market dumping, OMI moved from number 8 spot to number 6 spot, and now just barely number 5 spot by market cap for NFT tokens on CoinGecko. Heyo, we will only get better with time. Justin says we're looking bear proof so far. I mean, I don't know if we're in the bear market though. I don't think we are yet, but we'll see. Smells Fun says Disney working on the Veveverse or back end. I believe it. I mean, I think it'd be much more likely that Disney is working on their own and we're working on our own, and they will have interactions between the two. Hey, again, how do you go between Johto and Kanto and Pokemon Gold and Silver? Well, a couple different ways. You can get there, and maybe there's a couple different ways you can get between our Disney metaverse and Disney's actual metaverse, where you can go in one of the most popular ways is by train from Pokemon, Johto to Kanto, Goldenrod City to Saffron City, or vice versa. And maybe for that'll be like a portal if you want to walk through a portal, or maybe you could do it via Starship. Like, oh, hey, you know what? You can do it on, the Millennium Falcon. If you have a Millennium Falcon in the future, you can go between the Veveverse and that verse, and that'd be similar to, let's say, the SSN or the SS Aqua, being able to go back and forth. And then you could fly and surf there. So maybe you had like an X-wing or you had something else. I think there'll be plenty of ways to get between the two. But yeah, that'd be insane if Disney was working on our metaverse. I don't think they would, because there's so many other IPs that they don't own, and they don't want to give them a leg up. They'd probably only do it for us, or for Disney in our metaverse. But we'll see. Taps Trades with the $1.99 super chat. Super chat for Superflex, looking swole, bro. Thanks, fam. I'm starting to get back into it. Starting. A buddy of mine, Jackson, who finally just got out of the military. Like he's finally back in town, so we're starting to live together. Um, and I can't wait. Can't wait to see the body transform over the next year. I actually, mi pecho, my chest hurts from. I haven't had a good workout like that in a while. So I'm getting a couple of partners. Very excited. Thank you, Taps. I love you. Moving on in a totally friendly way. Uh, Carlos Abuela says, just made a TikTok, and now it's time to start flexing my collection. Showing it in AR already. Got 100 views on my ultra rare Spider-Man and counting. Was showing it in AR. I probably should have done that when I had the secret rare Spider-Man. Missed my chance. I see Taps's videos on TikTok all the time. I don't. I just started. I made 2 videos the other day. It wasn't Veve related at all. I was inspired by this one guy, I forget his name, who did some military ghost uh, TikToks. So I was like, I have a few of those stories. So I went and I did some, and they didn't get a lot of views. But I will start posting more in the future. Super chat from Patrick Rodriguez. That's a giant super sticker. Thank you so much, Patrick Rodriguez, for that $5 super chat sticker. Where was I? Okay, did not scroll back fast enough. Lori Brenner says, we got one on the draw. Get it, Lori Brenner, get it. Obadiah says, new WB game coming out called Gotham Knights. McFarlane Toys is releasing a line for them as well. It would be very interesting if we get them on Veve as well. That'd be amazing. I wonder if that would be. I mean, there's definitely other things that we'd probably get beforehand, but at some point, maybe, yeah, I would like to see that. Justin says Red Robin pineapple. I hate you guys with the pineapple. I never should have told y'all I don't like it. What's up, Tabs Trays? This is What Up, Randy Show. Robert Stennis says, what's up, Randy? Keith S says, should I sell a Croc now for floor and wait for the drop and buy back? If it drops, I mean, I think it would. You know, once we have another gem squeeze. When's the next time? I don't know. We'll see. And Potsy Weber, thank you so much for the super chat saying, what's up, Dan? Your better half is live. Yes, she was live. She brought me the Gemma, and people love her. Trying to get her on the podcast. Smells Fun says, at Taps Trades, enjoy your snow shredding. Yo, Taps Trades, you snow shredding right now? You up in like Washington or Canada? Let me know. Okay. Control Games says, I think market price is not moving up because everyone keeps eyes out for looming mini drop. I don't know when we'll get those. I mean, we didn't, we've had articles for Little Prince and LOL MGM dolls and, oh God, I just hit myself. We even had one for Pan's Labyrinth and the, Jim Henson, the Muppets, and we haven't got it yet. But I don't know. We'll, I'm curious to see how long that takes for us to get Minnie Mouse and Friends. I'd like Pluto. Pluto's a cool dog. Carlos Zapata says, did you see those Batman statues that were Yeah. Bad times on that. Bad times. Derek Brad says, Randy's a rock star. Thank you, Derek Brad. Cybermind says, took an L today for the Batman Croc. Same. Ray Grenade says, Veve boxing match when? Oh, I would love that. I would love that so much. I mean, I have a couple people I'd like to, but if it's for charity, I'll fight anyone. Definitely would not want to intentionally hurt the people that I respect and love. But yeah, if it's that'd be great. We should have a content creators boxing tournament. I'll do that right now. Like so not to sound like too cocky. There's most of the other people are probably in better shape than I am. But as far as boxing goes, there's no other content creator. At least, yeah, no, there's no one else. So I would, if they do, not that they would allow betting, but if anyone wants to do, vote in the pool, vote on Chavez. But yeah, that'd be great. I would love a Veve boxing match, but I'd also love to do stuff for charity also. Definitely don't do it for the mean spirited. If we could raise funds while doing that for some, I think that'd be fun. Joe says, how did everyone see the Batman listed for $1? I saw it on stream earlier this morning, and I was like, X Idol says, saw a few of them, but got none of them. Damn, rough. Pravatsky Domoljob says, "Is Deadpool a good buy?" I have a whole set. I like them long term. Yeah. Taps Trade says, "I did smells fun. Snowboarding was a blast." Very nice, Taps. Very nice. Fraser Crane says, "Randy, would you rather have for HODL 300s mint rare Spidey or Terry Dodson Harley Quinn?" Probably a 300 mint Spidey. And I love Terry. I love Harley Quinn. Like that first set of the Harley Quinn black, white, and red is really good. But Spidey is just so iconic. Taps Trade, is that a guinea pig cage behind you? How much for a Taps Trade sign on the guinea pig cage? That is a white rat that Danielle has, and I think she's doing a snooze right now. But I'm only here once a week, Taps, so probably not worth it to try to get something. I don't know how Danielle would feel about that either. So I'll let you know. Richie Hennessy says, "What's the Batman statue going to be worth in 2 days?" I have zero idea. It depends what we get as far as maybe a comic book or other. My throat is really hurting, but I'm not sure. Maybe about the same, give or take. Ooh, super chat from Patrick Rodriguez with a $20 sticker saying, says, "Goal." Oh, I missed your thing. It says, "Hey, what's your price predictions for OMI after migrations on Thursday?" I think VV collectibles will rise. Will rise, or the OMI. I think both will rise. But we're really not going to get a giant pump on OMI until we get on exchanges. So just because we migrate does not mean that we get that pump that day. I mean, once we get on exchanges and we can buy them, yes, then we receive a little bit of a pump a few days after that. But OMI NFTs, or the NFTs will raise in general because because more money's coming into the app every day. When it's really going to rise is when you have that OMI to NFT, and that OMI to NFT will be one of the most major catalysts for that, in conjunction with, I guess, going to OpenSea. That will probably be the big one. Because again, you'll have people like me that, when OMI goes to 10 cents, or let's just say 10x's. Let's just say it goes to like 7 cents, and suddenly I have like $8 million. You think I'm not gonna spy? Like, I'm gonna try not to. But I think, oh God, if Pokemon comes out and OMI's at like 8 to 10 cents, I'm wiping out most of what I have in my app, which is currently like 10 million OMI. And I know I shouldn't, because I should save some of that for land. But yeah. Cryptos with Taco, thank you for the $20 super chat, saying, "I listen to you every day. Thank you so much for the knowledge you provide to everyone. Everyone like this video right now." Dude, Cryptos with Taco, I love your name. Hugs for you. Yeah, that means a lot. I think Ron Paul said it best, and it says, like, if you have the ability to help in a situation, then you have a moral obligation to do so. And based on Earth 2, Pokemon collecting, and some other things, and pattern recognition, I do think I still have things to offer. And if one day the time comes where I feel like I no longer have things to offer, then I will probably stop. At least with but I mean, this is a fun place to hang. I feel like this is where people go, like, at night. Like, this is where we there's seldom few other people that stream at this time. If there are, we'll raid them. We'll do a raid. But yeah. Thank you. August Wang with that $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. What's the little guy doing over there? Is taking a picture? Is that what he's doing? So thank you so much for that. Y'all are my bays. Okay, so where was I beforehand? I forget. Did you see? Oh yeah, I did see that on the Batman. Okay, gone dead boy. Yo, Junior Sanchez saying, "What's up, Randy and OMI homies? How's it going? Let's go." Justin says, "Guinea pig cage is bigger." Yeah, it's right, cage. Glowstick OP says, "You see Andre hold down the VV community against those financial titans. We're only stronger by the day." So I do want to break down your your statement there, Glowstick, or I guess question, saying those financial titans. Um, Graham Stephen Graham, Graham Stephan is a financial titan in his field. He is a financial titan in the world of real estate. But as far he even said on that video that Non-Fungible Wonderful did a reaction video to, that he doesn't understand these NFTs. I don't know if he meant NFTs in general or just VV NFTs specifically. I wouldn't put it past him to say NFTs in general, because it is kind of hard. I mean, if VV NFTs did not exist, if VV was just, if we're in a universe that VV does not exist, and I could understand a lot more of, I would probably be maybe not all in on Recur, but I would be saying like, hey, this is cool. This is something that is, the licensing, where Quid and Terra Virtua are like one thing, and Bored Ape Yacht Club is Bored Ape Yacht Club. But if Vivi did not exist, I don't know if this channel would really be about Recur, but I would definitely cover it, because it's that would be the next best thing. Now there is a like let's say the distance between Terra Virtua and Quid is that like Terra Virtua and Quid is one rock, and then Recur is another. That distance is, let's say, between the Earth and the Moon. But then the distance between the Earth and the Moon, or Terra Virtua, Quid, and Recur and Okomi is between the Earth and the Moon and Mars. Like, it's that much farther ahead. But Graham, he's very, very frugal, and he's strict and principled, and his principles have not led him astray. But he's just missing out on a lot of gains. Like, there is, now Andre Jick does have help. Andre Jick does have the advantage of having Foster Hilt in his corner, who is pretty successful, at least in the VV Okomi arena, and he is very knowledgeable. I believe that, and this is what he had said on my stream, that he's like, hey, listen, my parents love me, and I love my parents, and it's just, but during the time when I was growing up, I just didn't have some of the opportunities. Foster Hilt would be probably more successful at a lot. He does really well with numbers, and I would go so far as to say is that and again, I'm good at like 3 different things, like kissing, hand-to-hand combat, and I am good at pattern recognition. Foster's got very good intelligence, and you could see in his videos, you could see on his spreadsheets that even if the VV NFTs didn't, if his NFTs weren't worth $300,000, he would be a millionaire from OMI at some point anyway, because he sees the value in it. Graham Stephan openly said he does not understand the NFTs, so I would hesitate to listen to someone who actively says that he doesn't understand them and is not buying, and he made his fortune from something that's completely different than what these are. But yes, Andre Jick is very good. So we have another super chat. Sorry that took so long. Alan Hennigar says, $5 super chat. Love your content. Joined the secret rare alligator Loki family last night on the debt. Dude, I wanted another one because it was at like 2K. I was like, oh, this is perfect. It was perfect. But I'm starting to get into that mindset where, okay, well, if I'm never going to sell these secret rare alligator Lokis, then I probably should put what little money I have into other things that I could flip. I already have 2% of the secret rares, in total. So yeah, if I already have that, then there's no, like, am I going to get more? Am I going to try for 3%? It's just so much. Maybe I will at some point. But yeah, also it might not be really fair for other people that want to buy it. Like I said, like if I get something on the drop, I do not go for the rebound, because I already got one, and there's only 30,000 of, let's say, each comic, and other people should have the chance to get them. So I really don't want to. I will do that for Pokemon just because I love them. I don't love them all. I don't want the most, but I think to do that with anything else, I think that's a little overkill right now. If I start to get more than 2% of the secret rares, which I know 2 people that have more than me, like a lot. Like again, 13% of them are locked up. So feel in confidence that I think that was a good purchase. Now, where was I beforehand? Da, 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 da. Justin says, partner Homer for battle statues. Yes, agreed. Taps Trades is that $1.99 super chat for the flex. Looking swole, bro. Thanks, Taps Trades. Not just I'm trying to get on your level, bro. Veve Monster says, just an FYI, Risa stated that there will be daily or weekly staking reconciliation. So if OMI moons, the excess will no longer be needed to maintain your staking level and can be removed. That I don't like. That I don't like because you want that to be locked up. Like, again, if I put in $50,000 worth of OMI for staking at 1 penny and it goes to 10 pennies, I want that locked up. I don't want just mine locked up. I want everyone's locked up because that takes away from circulating supply. Unless he meant that, you can lock it up for a week and you might get, a couple points to the Master Collector program. Maybe he meant something like that. I don't know, because it's really not fair if, and it should work both ways if they do it. If they say, hey, you're locking $50,000 worth of OMI, and then let's say the price drops, you should have to add more. If you can take it out, if you have excess, then you should be able to add more. You should have to add more. We want that locked up. We do. That is good for the token. That is good for the mooning. Patrick Rodriguez, thank you so much for that $5 super chat. The sticker. Ryan Romantic, give me that fire. Rich Hennessy says, Ben Riley or common Spider-Man? Ooh. So the uncommon Ben Riley or the common Spider-Man? There's so much of that Spider-Man, that first set. There's like 90-something thousand. And the Ben Riley, if you really like Ben Riley, again, if you're in the 90s, you probably do. You probably like that comic series. It was so popular. Well, there's only 600. So 616 Ben Rileys were made, which means that less than 600 are available. So he's the scarcest Spider-Man. And if you really want him, and there's no way you can get it's already 5 figures, already like 12 grand. He was at like 18 grand at one point. Actually, what is he right now? If you want him and you can't get him, then you have to get the uncommon. Now the uncommon does have, it's still not a ton. There's 5,300. That's not a lot. I think that really should be like a rare. Oh wow, Ben Riley's down to 11-1. That'd be a bad idea to get him too. Yeah, so there's not a ton of him. There is less than 6,000 of him total. I mean, there was 6,000 of him minted between the uncommon and the ultra rare, but yeah, so there's not a lot. And there is a lot. There's like 15% more. I'm sorry, 15x more of the Spider-Man, that first set, between the secret rare all the way through the common. That is Peter Parker, and that is they're both first appearances. I honestly might actually say the Ben Riley Spider-Man, just because there's so much less of him, and people that like Spider-Man, they like Spider-Man, whether it's Ben Riley, whether it's Miles Morales, or Doc Ock. If you read Superior Spider-Man, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Troll Game says, tomorrow or Tuesday, I believe a bunch of Christmas stamps will auto delist due to the 30-day listing. Oh, that would be interesting. Yes. Gemma Gems says, love the shirt. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you. Yes, my girlfriend got it for me. Iden Salon says, any insight on MTL and what gems might be worth / cashable for? The NFTs are tradable for OMI? I don't know. I would say, like, when you cash out, maybe it takes like 10% when you go to cash out, maybe. But the gems will not be. You cannot take gems and convert it into OMI. You can if you take your gems and you buy something and you sell it for OMI. But that's about it. Smells Fun says, did you see the patent Disney has for a handheld AR device? It projects the image and built in the area projected. Interesting to see what's going to happen. I did read one article. I don't know if it was for that. I think it was for their metaverse. But yeah, I'm very excited to see what's going to happen. Eli Stanky says, buying OMI now. It's going to be like stacking Todd's for sold out at retail. Agreed. I'm happy I made my moves last week or 2 weeks ago. Mark Allen says, what are your thoughts on the Minnie Mouse being one of one posters like Bored Apes, so background changes? I don't like that. I think we want to separate ourselves from Bored Apes. And again, nothing against Bored Apes, but I think that they have one thing and we should, we should have another. We separate. Dope says, I would love to see Cavell get in a fight after the fight. He says, I told you before anyone else I was going to get knocked out. I mean, Cavell's been sick recently. I think he had like a kidney infection. I think he might have had the Rona. So I hope he gets better before, but before he maybe gets doctor clearance before that. Patrick Rodriguez says, what's your price? Oh, yeah. Price predictions for the OMI after migrations on Thursday. I think that'll stay relatively the same. I think it's just once we get exchanges when we moon. I think maybe collectibles will rise, or the OMI. I think OMI will rise first, then collectibles, and then both. Trade Crypto says, Randy, you Southpaw? Oh, I'm actually Southpaw. Yeah. Hard for people to defend against. And Patrick, thank you so much for that $20 super chat. And you Cryptos with Taco as well. Thank you for that. And your message says, I listen to you every day. Thank you so much for the knowledge you provide for everyone. Everyone like this video right now. Thank you so much. Hopefully in like the next 30 seconds, I get 100 likes because I'm at 89 right now. I don't want 100. Whoa. And yeah, Crypto's a taco. I'll try to do this. Well, I mean, I'll do it till it's not fun anymore. And then also, I mean, if I still have value to give, then, I'll keep doing it. I mean, I also have to give people their money's worth that they've spent on my fridge. 100 likes. Thanks, guys. August Wang says, I'm so tempted to drop $12,000 on a Todd, or should I stack a bunch of collectibles like Spiderman or Superman? Well, Superman, you could probably only get 2K. Oh, you probably only get two of them with $12,000. I mean, Todd was at 15, but Ben Riley was at 18. There's a lot less of Ben Riley. Part of me is getting really more bullish on Ben Riley because there is so few of him. Todd will continue to be one of the best, one of the top 5 in my opinion, but stacking has its advantages too, and also with the Todd you have what, 2.5% tax, whereas if you get Ben Riley, you have an 8.5% fee when you go to sell. Yeah, probably stick with DC. Todd's probably the safest bet. Just says curb stomp that like button. Attach says once a week Ratcade sponsorship. Let Danielle know there's a beautiful decon mascot in it for her. I used to have rats and guinea pigs. Aw, Attach. So Danielle likes she likes the Myrmicornos and the Unicornos. So I think you might have to persuade her one of those. I'll let you know though. August Wang, thank you for that $4.99 super chat. You're the best. Thank you. Justin says, at August, bye Omi. Rich Hennessy says, wish we could double like your videos. Aw, thanks guys. What's up, Diogo? How's it going? MJ says, hey Randy, love your knowledge. Thank you. Question. Do you think you'll be able to drive the static cars in the Veveverse or only in the interactive ones? I'm hoping everything. Like I'm hoping, like depending on the rarity or the size, that they say you can still drive it, but it only goes so fast, and the handling's not as good, and yeah. So I hope they make it like a leveling system like that. But let's say it's smaller, so it can fit through certain things better. I don't know. Again, that's just speculation. Yoshi's Island says, "What's your predictions for Disney's Golden Moments?" Just Golden Moments, I meant. I think they'll all do very, very well. Obviously, Walt being number 1. Then probably Elsa. Then maybe Iron Man. Then Mickey's hat. Oh, actually, no, R2. I keep forgetting. Those. I think R2. So probably. Actually, it might be. So obviously, Walt will be first, but then maybe R2, Iron Man, Elsa, the hat, C-3PO. And then the rest, because Star Wars fans. So I just showed Danielle the last episode of season 2 of Mandalorian. It was so great. Oh my god! If you haven't seen it, oh, so good. And then we watched the movie Fanboys, It's really good. And so, yeah, Star Wars fans they can get crazy in the best way. Giovanni, wow, we had 300 million OMI burn today. I love this game. August Wang says, at Justin, I'm pretty happy with the size of my bag. I also feel like I see more gains with the NFTs than OMI. At least that's the case in short term. Yes. If I would have put all my money into NFTs last year instead of OMI, I'd have like $10 million right now. But I didn't. All Chat Games says, nah, for real, you helped me hold my OMI and VV NFTs. Thanks, broski. No problem, All Chat. Ballin says, are you still flooded with people looking to trade NFTs to OMI? Yeah. Trappin says, what's stopping Vivi from doing a 500 edition, 250,000 gem drop? That's how they can moon as well. What's 250,000 gems divided by 500? Let's see. Okay. No, divided by 500. Oh, so you mean 500 gems per each one? I mean, they could. It's a lot. It's a lot of money. I mean, they'll probably have that for land. Land might be very expensive. And Alan Henniger, thank you for that $5 super chat saying, love your content. Joined the secret rare Loki family last night. Get it? Sugar Change says, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Wanted to know if I should sell a common and uncommon Spiderman that I have, a doubles for a rare. Please let me know what's the best money move and future value of rare compared. That for whatever reason, the commons are just a lot more coveted than the uncommon, and I don't think that really matters why. I think it just matters that it happens. There are a lot of them, a lot of the common, a lot of the maybe for renting out you might want the rare, but if you're going to do it, make sure you do it kind of soon, because there's a chance that the rare runs away a little bit. Probably would be the rare. Yeah, I do think the rare would that's probably the move. I just got a giant super chat from Cordy, $50. Thank you so much. Saying, hey Randy, I paid $18,000 for Batman vs. Croc number 585 today. I already owned the first physical number 585 in mint condition, year 2006. How do you see it playing in long term for combination? Give me a second on that. Let's take a look here. Assuming that assuming that the 1700 is rare. Let's hold on, 1700. Let's say times 6. Let's say 10,200 would be the. Ooh, that's a. So you did pay a hefty amount. But there was one. I was gonna omit this, but I don't think I should. I was gonna, because you gave me $50. Like, oh, it might be better for him if I omit this. But there was one person that contacted me that has the number 4001 Todd McFarlane Batman, the physical and the NFT, and we could not find a buyer for him. Now, that is not to say that we won't eventually, and I think eventually those will be very, 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 very coveted, considering that, last year, let's say like 6 months ago, the Todd McFarlane Batman physical statues were like $300, and now they're like $1,000. And that's just the random ones. That's not paired with the actual NFT. I think slowly but surely, the people that will care about that will come in. Is it worth the $18,000 that you paid for that? Currently, probably not. Currently, yeah, probably no. But in the future, I think that is something that will be covered. Again, for this particular one, that's going to be hard. I think a lot of things have to happen in the right way to be able to make some money on that. Now, if you don't want to sell it, like if you just want to say like, hey, you know what, I might only get one shot at this, and you just want it because it's cool, it's awesome, then by all means, then you pay for what you pay for, And if it's for happiness, then that's fine. For the most part, money cannot buy happiness, and sometimes it can. And if you did that for the happiness of it, just for the coolness factor, again, the only other person that I've seen that has something like that, and I see everything. Like I'm like Sauron. Like people just send me stuff all day. Um, is that one person that had the number 4001 Todd physical and NFT? And again, we couldn't find a buyer for him, but again, that is a very specific one. 4001. You have a 3-digit one. So that is a bit more, probably a bit more coveted being 3-digit. I think we should wait and see. I mean, the Croc in general, that'll probably be $5,000 at some point. The NFT, and maybe could even be higher, 8, 10. So maybe at some point that'll catch up the normal price, and then having a 3-digit will probably give it a little bit of a premium, and then. Well, what's the 3-digit premium on here right now? Let's take a look. I actually don't know if we're gonna find one because there's a lot of these, and 8,888. Only like 900 of them are gonna be 3-digit. Yeah, I'm scrolling a while, and I'm not seeing any. Now, granted, there's a giant wall at $2,000. There's like 20 of them, 30 of them. Okay, so number 578 is worth $2,100. So the premium is not that much right now. It's 2,150, but this is 1,700, so it's about 450. So let's say another 25% higher. So let's say when this is $5,000, 25%. So let's say 6125. If it's 10 and it's 25, let's say 1,250, and then I think that might be a while. Now, a while could be like next year. I don't know. It depends how much these things blow up. But yeah, long term, it'll probably be in the black. It'll be good. But that could take years. I don't know. But enjoy, and maybe that's what you want. You feel like, hey, I'm going to enjoy this for the time that I have it, and then when I can make some money on it, and then you sell it. Then sure, yeah. But those are my thoughts. Where was I? Oh God, where was it? Nino Blue says, "Aloha, Captain Randy. Meow meow meow. Gator Warrior. Meow meow." SFWL Resales at Real Randy Chavez. You are the real Veve financial titan. Thank you for your knowledge. I need to meet some friends who know about Veve. Tired of people looking at me like I'm crazy. Yeah, it's hard when you see something that others don't. And this is why I really love Luna in in the Harry Potter series, because she can see, I forget what they're called, but people that have had someone die in front of them, they can see these creatures that nobody else can. And that really spoke to me, because maybe that's like a allegory, or whatever, saying like, oh, I have trauma that nobody else does, like an invisible illness. And she had that. I was like, I love her for that. I'll get back to that in a second. I do have a super chat from Crypto's a Taco saying, 2 Becky Batmans or 1 R2D2. Ooh, ooh, ooh. If it was talking about, let's say that it was compared to like Todd or Riso, I would say them, but because it's a Becky or a Joe that you said and not the other two, I'd have to say R2. Yeah, I'd have to say R2 for that. That's, yeah. And I say this knowing that I normally like, if I get 2 of something or 1 of something, normally I like the 2 of something, because as they go up, if I really need gems, I could sell 1 of these and still have 1 left, where I'd have to sell the whole thing of that and not have anything left. And I say this knowing that you have a very large fee, 8.5% for R2. We only have 2.5% for Becky, and that might tip the scales back in the other direction. If it weren't for those, I might just say R2. Oh, I still might say R2. And the reason I'm still saying R2 is because people will only buy Becky's to try to complete the set, and there's only so many. After a certain amount, people are like, I don't care about Becky. Um, so yeah, and she's what she the rare? She is. Let's see how many there. I think what 5,500 over. Okay, so she's not the uncommon. So there's 3,250. So I would still say R2. I would still say R2. Putting in everything what I just said, R2 is still what I would do. Me home. Thank you for that $20 super chat, and thank you for that message before saying, has Veve said how we'll be able to list our collectibles for OMI instead of gems? Do we list a specific currency, potential different marketplaces for each currency? They haven't said, but it would make sense to me that they say, oh, list for this much in OMI, and then they'll have a translation. This much OMI equals this much in gems. So you know how much you're spending. And I would guess you could have the option to say, no, only take OMI, no gems. And if they were to do that, then sorry, had a fly or a gnat, whatever it was called. But I would say that there'd be a list saying like, hey, put it in here, and then you could click like something that says translate, and it might put how much that is in your actual native currency. It should be pretty easy to do. I don't think that would be very hard to code. But again, that's just, you'd probably just list for OMI, and then it'll show up in their own native currency how much that is. But again, that is just a guess. And there is potential different marketplaces for each currency. Like OpenSea. Well, OpenSea probably just takes ETH, but I really hope they take OMI as well. We'll see what happens with that. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, so SWFL resale. My friends who think tired. It is hard when you see things that people don't. Whether conspiracy theorists or beautiful mind, or you're like that. I forget what anime it is. I think it's like Ghoul School. There's like 4 episodes of it. These kids are in school and they get transported into like a demon school, and they most of them make it out, but this one of the kids dies, and this one other kid that was best friends with that one kid. That's the only person who remembers that kid ever existed. Everyone else has no recollection of the events. So this person's like mourning by themselves, and I have such like a connection with some people that are like that see things that others don't, because yeah, apparently not everyone can think thoughts. Apparently not everyone has an internal monologue. Apparently more than 50% of the population does not have an internal monologue. Like if they try to think of something that they can't. And I was like, and mine's like on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, where I have like 12 thoughts going on at once. So yeah, it is quite tiring sometimes. You cannot turn it off. But yeah, I feel ya. SWFL resale. Shake and Bake says, "Hey Randy, would you rather have 6 common Spider-Man or 6 secret rare Captain America?" Thanks for. Well, I mean, 6 common Spideys are not or 1 secret rare cat. Okay, probably the 6 common Spider-Man. And I love I had 3 of them at one point. I got 1 now. There's only 1,000 of them. There's only and numbers 41, with the exception of number 46, numbers 41 through 47 are locked up. You cannot get those. So sub 50 are only 46, 48, and 49. Those are the only 3 sub 50 that you can get for Secret Captain America. Spidey's on. Oh, maybe I should do. But again, Spider-Man is. This reminds me of my earth science teacher from 9th grade saying, if there's ever a question on the final that says one of the answers is the internal arrangement of atoms, that's always the answer. It's always the internal arrangement of atoms. for Earth Science. And I feel like now, if anyone says this or Spider-Man, you should almost always go with Spider-Man. Almost always. Um, yeah. Even though I love Cat. Uh, Keith S. says, my. Obadiah says, I know you keep getting asked these questions. What would you purchase right now? I've had 1,000 gems. Um, I've had 1,000 gems right now. I think a Harley Quinn first appearance is under 1,000. But I also think a common Spider-Man is under 1,000 as well. Let's see what that is. Common Spider-Man? I think it was like 800. Yeah, it's 950. So I would get a common Spider-Man probably for 950. We got another super chat coming in from Cordy. Cordy, thank you so much. Thanks, Randy. I love the statue and don't mind to build a display for the NFT and the statue side by side. I just feel like it's one of a kind. Veve been good to me. They are. That is one of a kind. Will others? Yeah, definitely do that first. Be the first one to do that. Take a picture, put it in. Because even the one person that has the Todd that I was talking about, I don't know if they have a picture of it. But if you do that, same mint numbers, that'd be first of the first. Yeah. So, cheers, mate. What was that beforehand? Yeah. Tapstrays, his thoughts on next vertical. We'll see. Sports, anime, adult localization, music. Probably anime or music. Oh no, maybe board games. We still never got the Monopoly Man. So we never got the Monopoly Man. Card. People are speculating about cards for Pokemon, and I really would like to talk to the team about this because the team is not that they need help. David is probably maybe not at. David is one of the best all-around collectors, but I specialize in Pokemon, and I really would like to have a convo with him about how they would do that if they were to do the cards, because it is a little complicated. Because again, there's two different areas you can collect them or you can play with them, and people that play with them, that's why you need like a first edition and then you need unlimited, one for collectability and one for playability. But for the next one, I'd say either I'd say card games first, because the anime after localization that could be months, but the card games I could probably do, or at least start before that. That would be my next guess. Gene says, never stop singing. You have a great voice. Thank you. My girlfriend likes it too. I actually don't like it. I did it as a joke one day, and people were like, "Oh my god, I love it! Keep on singing!" And that's how the Patreon member shout out came into being. Cody says, "Hey Randy, paid." Okay, so yeah, I did answer that before, and I do see that long term potential work out. Soren VS says, "Is MTL first or sell collectibles for OMI?" First or sell collectibles for OMI? Probably selling the collectibles for OMI. That'd probably first. Augustin Moctezuma says, what is your Ben Riley price prediction for end of year? Try and use Secret Rare as a reference for what you think it'll be worth, if it'll have a price ratio, or if it'll be completely uncorrelated. I think that'll be pretty uncorrelated to Secret Rare Spider-Man, but again, there's so few of him. There in general, I mean, there's 6,000 of him between the Ultra and the Uncommon, and that is, I think that's less than the Zombie Hunter Spider-Man as well. I'm just going to make sure that Ultra Rare is 3,800. Yeah, this is going to be a lot. Yeah, it's 18,000 of the common for the Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. I think this is, I don't know, 35, 50 grand. Yeah, I'd say 35K is probably okay, because if you have people that can be crazy with Spider-Man. I have two cousins and an uncle. Uncle was always crazy about it beforehand and passed on to his kids, and I could definitely see there's a lot of people that they like other superheroes, but they They love Spider-Man. Love it. And we got JD, how's it going? Saying, don't ever stop, Randy. I only know about Veve and Omi because of you. I can't stop, won't stop. I'll try. Asaya Sandoval says, good vibes, everybody. Gator, good vibes, good vibes. Same Rasala says, should I buy Todd at 13K and drain my funds? I got 500,000 Omi. Well, I would not sell Omi for the Todd. I would, if you had 13K, it's like I could put this into the app or I could buy more Omi. Honestly, right now I would buy more Omi. And this is with, I put a prediction in my phone that, and this is not conservative. This is overly overzealous that I think it might hit 70,000 by the end of this year. But what is that? That's like 5xing, 6xing. Omi should 10x. Even if we are in bear market, Omi should still go up by multiples. So I would put, that's just what I would do. You know, if I had an extra 13K, most of that would go into Omi. And I'm very, very bullish on these NFTs. The biggest bros is much love, Gator Lord Chavez. Keep spreading the positive vibes, my friend. I'm trying. Dope says a Micro Machines challenge game like for NES would be awesome, dude. That'd be amazing. Like old school, we can get like Dig Dug, we can get like Pac-Man. Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Young Rich says, hey bro, what do you think about that Mickey and Friends drop? Think we could see it at the end of the week? Waiting for next gem squeeze to reinvest. I hope not, because I really want to resell my Cho-Em Batmans before the next gem squeeze. I don't know if they would do that. Like the reason why I think we've been getting, you know, this Croc drop was really cool. But we're getting some lackluster things is because they don't want to have crazy things right before the migration and then listings. Or maybe they will. I don't know. We'll see. And I hope not. I want to cash out, or I want to sell those Joanne Batmans beforehand. Damon, what's going on? Says, how's it, Randy? Just saw a podcast where David Yu speaks about the original Marvel paintings as future NFTs. Any news on that? None recently. I don't think that's been brought up for a while, but I'd be excited for it though. Amara Atia says, Omi flipped Gala and Engine closing in on mana and sand. Can't wait. Sorry, I got a little excited there. August and Montezuma says, ultra rare Peter Parker or Ben Reilly. One's animated, the other's extremely rare though. Yeah. In the past, I've said, you know, Peter Parker ultra rare, and I think I still will, because it is animated as Peter Parker. Yeah, I would say the ultra rare Peter Parker. Cody, that $50 super chat. Thank you so much. Yeah, spending that right now might have been a little much. I definitely would have tried to talk him down a little bit. But yeah, the having both of those in tandem can be very special. There's not a lot of especially if it's mint, you know, the physical one. There's probably maybe a couple of others that could have that if they really wanted to, but it's just so everything's got to work out perfectly. It's got to be mint condition, and they have to have the gems to be able to find that if that's even for sale. So yeah, could be a good move long term. Samuel Sala says, should I slave for Mini or get Todd at 13K? I'd probably get Todd at 13K. What's going on, Wendy? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Justin says, at Cordy, holy poop. This wowzers. Glow stick OP says, at Cordy. Whale. Yeah, whale alert. Cordy's a whale. Yoga says, at Cordy, I'll be honest, you paid way too much. Yeah, I think that was, I mean, right now, definitely. But in the future, again, he's happy. I mean, you know, let's say, I mean, like for people that want to buy a house, like I would never, but some people that they don't care about me are like, no, I want a house because I'm going to have children and I want to cook and I want to, you know, I want them to have a yard and that's their thing. Like if that brings them happiness and they don't care about money, you know, I spent $80,000 on a Pokemon card in 2020. Why? Because it made me happy. I really liked it. It was very undervalued though. William Loma says, 49 super chat. Thank you. Saying, hey Randy, would you escrow a steamboat for Golden Moments, a US dollar deal? Would send a Loki for the time. Yeah, I mean, and if someone wants to give me the steamboat, and if someone wants to give me the NFTs, and then they I'll hold the NFTs, and then they send the money, and then once the money is confirmed to have been received, um, then yeah, then I'll send the NFTs. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Just message me on Twitter, and I'll try to do that after the stream. Now, where was I? Oh God, where was I? Obadiah says you never know what the future holds. It's true. It's true. Does says I hope that's worth the 2.7 million. Owe me one day, maybe. Where's my curiosity at Cody? Remember, there was a time where Randy overpaid for a Spiderman secret rare, but it still made a lot of money. Yes, I did. Wendy says, "Where are you, Randy? Where's Dashy? I'm currently at the girlfriend's, currently at Danielle's, and Dashy is protecting the house. Dashy is currently, doing perimeter checks on the place, guarding my stuff. Gotta love Dashy." And Justice says, "Randy shook." Taylor Harris, 18,000 or 1,800. He said 18,000. Glow 611. Mars says, "According, never go full side." Yogurt says, "We shouldn't beat around the bush. Long term, no good." Well, I don't know that. I mean, again, short term right now, yeah, I think, yeah, definitely overpaid, but long term, who knows? And again, if it makes you happy, I don't really care. Some people do that with houses. They spend 20 times as much as he did on a house, and it costs them money every month. Then says probably in the black. Yeah, no, at some point. Crypto's a taco. Thank you for that $5 super chat saying 2 Becky Batmans, 1 R2. I did go over that before, but not short term, yeah. Or short answer, R2. Franco Castillon says, "Hey bro, I'm new to your channel, but I got 5,000 to spend. Should I buy OMI or collectibles?" I'd buy OMI right now. Right now I would buy OMI. And Justin says, "Let's all have a moment of silence." Yogurt says R2D2, he agrees. Sean Hammond says, "Wow, 18K for 585. Whoever sold that probably just bought a Todd. They might have." Mars says R2 easy. Taylor Harris says they had to mean 1,800. No way. Makes no sense. If it was 1,800, that was a really good deal. But I don't think it was that. Me Home, $20 suitor says, "Has Veve said how we'll be able to list our collectibles for OMI instead of gems?" They haven't. Hi, babe.
Hi.
I think it would just be it's like, "Hey, would you like to list for OMI or would you like to list for gems?" And that's how I do it. For specific currencies, I think it would just be translated into their own currency, and potential different marketplaces for each currency. Yeah, I think that's possible as well. Gators. Mars Davis says, "Rip Cordy's wallet." Yogurt says, "Bigger Star Wars followers and collectors." It's true. Mara says, "Nope," and 18K. Justin says, "F." People feel bad. Yogurt says, "Don't have to make him feel bad about it. Just think of all the other gains he probably has from his collectibles." Yeah, I mean, if a dude has 18K to spend, he's probably in a better position than most to make that call. There's a TikTok that I just saw where it's this guy who is friends with like a millionaire. He says he's not going to name his name, but he says, let's just call him Todd. And he's like, Todd invited me out to Vegas one day, and Todd didn't get there on like a normal aircraft. He didn't fly coach. No, he flew there on like a private plane. I think what he meant to say was like, he probably had hundreds of millions, if not billions, just based on the story alone. He just said that, we decided to go up to the room, and his room is not a room. It's an apartment in a hotel. It is insane. There's like 20 people out there. He's talking about one thing, he's talking about another, and he says, "Hey, you want to order food?" He's like, "And we about to like go gamble and go get dinner?" He's like, "Just order some food. You want chicken tendies?" I was like, "Yeah, I want some chicken tendies." So he's like, "All right, go order the chicken tendies." And he calls this guy gets like really nervous, like anxious wise. "Hey, kitty." And he says like, "Oh, hey, can I order some chicken tendies up to the room?" And the lady on the phone was like, "How many you want?" And he's like, "I don't know. I thought this was already pre-done." And she's like, "Okay, well, how many people are in the room?" And he's like, "I don't know, like 20, 30. And she's like, "Okay, well, I'll put up 20 orders. You think that'll be enough?" And he's like, "I hope so." And she's like, "Okay, do you want fries with that?" And he goes to his friend Todd, "Hey, Todd, do we want fries?" He's like, "Dude, just order the food." He's like, "Oh, I guess we want fries. I guess we want fries." So he's like, "Okay, that's going to be about, $676. Is that okay?" And he's like, "Ah," because it's like $700 in chicken tendies. And he's like, it's like, okay. So he does that, and then he's like sitting there on the edge of the bed, just thinking about his life. Like, this man just really orders $700 of chicken tendies when we about to go to dinner. And before the chicken tendies even gets up there, he's like, "All right, y'all ready to gamble?" He's like, "Yo, we got like food coming." And he's like, "Good, get food later. We're gonna gamble." So they go and gamble, and he said he's sitting in back watching him bet and bet and bet. And he's on there for a little while. Dude lost $945,000. Didn't even budge. This dude is completely soaked through. Like, my goodness. Like, I would never. I would never. And then he says, all right, let's go to dinner. So it's like they're going to dinner, and then they go there in a limo. And the dude must have rented out the restaurant. There is no other people in this restaurant. And there's nothing but like 8 to 10 waiters and waitresses giving them sparkling water, giving them this, showing them exactly what each course is. And it's like, would you like the steak from Bulgaria? And the guy's like, I'm still thinking about the $700 of chicken tendies that's sitting in our room that nobody's eating right now. But yes, I would like the steak from Bulgaria. And it was an amazing TikTok because I forget the dude's name. It's beautiful. But I'm just saying, if somebody has $18,000 to spend on that and just be like, they're probably in a better position than most of us. I cannot afford to do that right now. He's probably in a better position than me. And he probably has his OMI bags packed already. So that's what I'm saying. Aaron says, Immutable X already allows collectibles to be sold in 4 currencies. Heyo! Mars Davis says, Golden Moments in general will end up toppling everything except Secret Rare Spider-Man, MC1 Secret Rares. I'm hoping a couple of comics. Tells Truth Hurts. Troll Game says, one doesn't pay $50 for a super chat and mistype anything. It's a good point. Just at Mars Davis, Pokemon. Yeah, dude, Pokemon will wipe out everything. Like Disney will fold. Marvel will fold. DC will fold under the power of the secret rares of Pokemon. My channel is about to go absolutely insane. Firelord Ozai. As soon as they drop Pokemon, I have some of the best knowledge in the world. And I don't mean that as like a flex. Maybe I do a little bit, but I've spent more time in my life doing Pokemon related things than anything else, including work, although it was work for a while. It's been like, I would say 30,000 hours. 30,000 hours of Pokemon related things, if not more. And that's a lot. 10,000 hours to become a master at something, 3x that minimum. Like there's a reason why you get Pokeballs and Pokemon related tattoos on you. It's not to get the ladies. I'm telling you that right now. Y'all are gonna make a lot of money. Junior Sanchez is Randy. So I did some random math and averaging OMI burns. So 125 million average per day in 365 days. It'll be roughly 45.6 billion in 1 year. Pretty decent chunk on the circulating supply. And Junior Sanchez, I think what you were doing that math with is the current amount of people that are in here right now and the current prices that are in here right now. Prices are only going to go up. It's only going to be more NFTs. It's only going to be more people, and it's only going to be more money, more exposure, more marketing, more everything. A lot of people are really underestimating the amount of money and burn that's going to happen the next few years. I'm here for it. Junior Sanchez in 4 to 5 years will definitely be minimum 50 cents to $1. Oh, easily. $1 by 2026. Minimum. And like I said, if we're in a bear market right now and OMI goes down to like 0.004, 0.03, and then we moon, and then we go to like 1 to 2 cents, we'll be $1 by 2024. If we're in a bear market right now and we short-term fall and we only go to like a couple of cents, $1 by 2024, because all of these burns are going to be absolutely insane from the circulating supply. Said it before, saying it again. Justin says, did he buy a stranger's 18K listing? I guess, maybe. Yeah, call it tuition, says Mars Davis. Mauricio Arellano says, Bills blew it. Oh, ripping Bills. Buffalo's going to the Super Bowl. I guess not now, they're not. Youngest Conscious Minds. Veve vibes. What's going on? Says, I talk to myself a lot. I feel like I think outside the box a lot. And people always think I'm crazy or I obsess over things. Yeah, me too. So yeah, there was another TikTok I saw the other day. It said like, how do you prove you're conscious? I was like, I guess by another conscious person. Well, how do you know they're conscious? I don't know. I mean, sometimes I feel like we definitely interact with NPCs. You know what I mean? Like the non-playable characters that just like, dude, go to an airport, go to like a supermarket, and be like, no way are all these people real. Like, there's no way. Like, it just doesn't. It cannot compute. Maybe my brain cannot process that amount of crazy interactions that they have. Like, everyone has their own. This is why I love people and I love humanity. Is everyone's got their own story. Like, there's, like, this person who's pulling into this driveway. They just came from somewhere. They've probably had 50 years of life, and what happened in those 50 years. Like, I'm so curious about everyone I meet. Um, like, I just, because again, they have a story, and even if they don't know it, they most likely have different and more entertaining experiences than some of my boring moments. And I'm just curious to see how people's minds work and how people are awesome, man. They're great. Gary says, "Good evening. Let's go. Let's go, Gary." Mars Davis says, "At Justin agreed. Pokemon will too, but I can only talk about what what exists now." That's true. Trade Crypto says, "A lot of beef on Twitter today." Yes, there was, and that's what I was kind of talking about before. It was 173. Um, there's an episode of BoJack Horseman where Todd's stepfather is talking to Todd. It's like, you have to grow up in the real. You have to grow up and learn to live in the real world, because people are not nice in the real world. The real world is scary. And Todd says, "Not my world," because Todd chooses to associate with people that are really uplifting and happy and smart, and they're good. And I have not blocked anyone. Other people have blocked me, not because of anything I did. It might have been because they had felt left out, because I never invited them on stream. I never invite a lot of people on stream. But anyway, everyone that's on my fridge is really cool. Some people that are no longer on my fridge, well, there might be multiple reasons for that. Just gonna throw that out there. Moving on. Cordy with that $10 super chat says, "Thanks, Randy. I'd love the statue and don't mind to build a display for the NFT and statue side by side. Send me a picture of that when you do. When you do that, I think that'd be really fun. Just feel it's one of a kind. You've been good to me. Evie has been good to a lot of us." And we got Rich M says, "Do you like the new Hushan Growlithe Arcanine? I have not seen it, but I like pretty much all the iterations of that." Yogurt says, "Oh my god, I realize your picture is actually yogurt." At Mars David's yogurt from Spaceballs. We were just talking about Spaceballs before. Mars Davis, "My dad was always said, take it as a tuition in life. I'll always remember that." Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Inferno says, "I thought what was weird when I heard some people don't have that voice inside their head. I'm constantly playing out different scenarios, multiple ways in my head, and yes, it can be exhausting." Agreed. My girlfriend has, what did we think? Anaphasia? Aphasia is, it's when you close your eyes and I can see everything. I could picture cars, I could picture this, but apparently some people cannot see pictures when they close their eyes. And it's like, what?
With Lucy, I can.
Peter Hoy, thank you so much for that super chat, saying, "My hero." Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, my Australian friendo. You are awesome. And I hope to chill and drink a few beers with you one day. Where was I? NME says, "I've been since February 2021, and they said that they had Monster Hunter back then." Yes, I cannot wait for Monster Hunter. I'm so excited. Moving on. Yogurt says, "True." Ernest says, "Appreciate the content, Randy. What are some undervalued comics and why?" So comics is not my specialty. I usually say sleep-in comics or comics and crypto are probably the ones to go and listen to, but Journey into Mystery, I think, is really good. Yes, Snapchat. I know I have some unopened snaps. I'm busy. Snapchat be like, "You have unopened snaps." I hate that. I hate getting notifications. So Journey into Mystery, I think, are very good. I think that, and I do not have Journey into Mystery. Marvel Comics, they were at over 600 for the commons. Now they're under 600. The Marvel Comics ones are also probably, maybe not undervalued, but they'll just go up a lot. So I know somebody that has a ton of common House of X #1. No, it's not House of X, it's Powers of X. I'm sorry about that. I think with Kang being the new bad, or at least one of the new bads in the MCU, I think the Kang ones might have something. Fantastic Four #1, I really like. And Fantastic Four #5, I really like. Also, Tales of Suspense #57. again, why do I like these things? Is because Sleep in Comics or Comics and Crypto told me to get them. So those are the ones that I just know. And I like Hitmonkey, not for financial reasons, just because I really love that comic. But there is a chance that, again, he could, he could go and be part of the Pet Avengers when they set him up. He has fought Wolverine. He has fought Deadpool. He tangles with Spider. Like, very cool character. Eric Garcia says, I have a binder of old Pokemon cards. How should I go about having them graded? I don't know if any are value. First edition hollows, if there's almost no whitening on the back and there's no edge wear, then you can get them graded. But honestly, for the most part, if they're not first edition and they're not hollow, they're probably not worth getting graded, for the most part. Aaron says, I sold a Secret Rare Captain America for $2K that I got him in drop for a Todd Batman at 1900. I had to do it. What do you think? Well, since then, the Secret Rare Captain America has only really gone up 4K, and the Todd has gone up like 10K. So I think he did a really good trade. Veve Vibes says, I got a couple hard-hitting questions that I received today. Becky Batman or Secret Rare Deadpool, R2-D2 or Superman? I probably would do the R2-D2 over Superman, but the Becky Batman over Deadpool... There's about half of Deadpool but there's really Becky. I mean, a lot of people like her because she is the first woman on the app, the woman artist on the app for that Batman. I love Deadpool, but I'd have to say the Becky Batman. Yogurt says, Aaron, awesome move. Dirk Latte says, how much OMI should one have? As much as you can get without putting yourself in financial duress, and while probably still having extra monies just in case, God forbid, you do not want to be homeless. But if it came down to, hey, I have to be homeless or sell my OMI or sell my NFTs, I don't know. I mean, it sucks to be homeless in the cold. But again, I'm very, very extreme when I do things, and I think most people are not. But I would say get what's comfortable without really straining yourself, especially if you're not used to it. Amira Atia says, I hear Journey into Mystery number 85 is undervalued. Looking in that direction, Journey into Mystery, I do like. Totally Awesome says, hey Randy, Team OMI. Yogurt says 1 million. This is at least. Aaron Taps Trades at Aaron. Smart move, long term, in his opinion. Taps, I'm glad to see you're still here. Sonam Moktan says, OMI burn from their reserve wallet or buyback from the circulation supply. Well, they do. Yeah, you're right. They do burn from the reserve, and then they do buy back from the circulating supply. You making some tea, babe?
Yeah, you want some?
Can I get a little honey in it?
Sure.
Can I get a couple ice cubes in it too?
Oh boy.
So,
Green or black?
Whatever you're making.
Okay.
Green, please.
Okay.
What? Why are you laughing?
You said whatever you're making.
Yeah, but then my brain completed the file, and then it.
You got it.
It updated, and then it said it's all right.
You got it.
What we got here? Mars Davis says, I have a wallet that I will trade for 7 million OMI. Serious collectors only, please. I don't know if that's worth it. I think 7 million OMI is actually worth more than the waltz, so I don't know if that'll happen. Psydoc says, do you use all Ethernet cables for the drops? Nah, I just use my phone. Joe says, who knew I'd have 6.9 million OMI, everything falling into place. Everyone comment nice for that 69 reference that Justin did. Zephyr says, sell one out of the 2 partnerships at 0.64 price for more OMI. I would, yes. And the reason I would is because, okay, let's say it's at 40,000, or let's say it's at 30,000 dollars, even though it's 34, 35,000. But let's say it's 30,000, and you do 0.6 of that, and you get $18,000 worth of OMI. You get like 2.5 million OMI. But or almost 3 million OMI. Yeah, it's like 2.875 something. Well, what will reach, $1 million first? The Walt that is currently at, let's say 30,000, and it 10x's to 300,000, or which is possible, or will the OMI, go from 6.5 cents to 7 cents? I think that happens first. And with the Walt, if you go to sell that, well, you have to take an 8.5% fee, that hit, not including the fee that you get from trying to cash out. So I definitely would do that for OMI. I think OMI has a much bigger upside, even though Walt is one of the best to get on the app. Aaron says, "Oh, hi, Katie." Aaron says, "At VV Vibes, R2 based on fandom and Deadpool based on the amount of Deadpools." Maybe. We'll definitely agree on the R2. William Loomis, thank you for that $4.99 super chat saying, "Hey Randy, would I escrow Steamboat and Gold Moments US?" Yes, I'll take the NFTs. Y'all do the money, and then I'll send the NFTs. Obviously minus the Loki, because Loki's mine. Aaron says, "Amount of Deadpools versus Batman's on app." That's true. Yeah, you have much less Deadpool. Sonam Mokhtan says, "Common taps. I see you. They burn OMI from reserve wallet or buy back from market." I'm not sure I understand that question. I see you. They burn OMI from, they burn OMI from the reserve, and then they do buy back from the circulating supply. C15 says, "Who much to the desk space?" I think I'm either having a stroke or that was mistyped. Who much to the desk space? Yeah, C15, I'm gonna need you to do that again. I can't make heads or tails. Says, "Do you report your Lokis to the IRS?" No, heck the IRS. Aaron says, "At Taps Trades, do you think the ownership of an NFT could overcome other aspects, like in my secret rare cat for Todd choice?" Oh, you mean like, could owning an NFT like a secret rare Captain America get you access to somewhere that maybe the Todd can't? Maybe. Or original ownership, meaning like there's no other, you're the only person that owns it. In the future, yes, but I don't think it'll be a huge premium, but there will be a small premium cooked into that. VV Vibe says that. Aaron, that was my answer to both. What's up, Sonny Bloomberg? How's it going, fam? Aaron says, "If Superman was at his peak popularity, I might say him because R2 is one of many popular in Star Wars. Superman is all that matters in his world." Well, in like, I wouldn't even say in his world, because if you go to Metropolis, there's a lot of other people that do matter. But yeah, he's had it rough with the movies, man. He's had it rough. Jimmy Lawrence says, "You're an essential part of the VV community. Keep up the great work." Oh, well, thank you, Jimmy Lawrence. Like your name. Philic 137 says, "Todd or Ultra or Steamboat Willie?" Probably the Todd, even though Steamboat's pretty awesome. We got Lobia Chitty with a link that I'm going to delete because it was spam. C15 says, "What do you think about auctions?" I wish they would have the option for 7 and 10-day auctions. I wish they would have, again, just wish they have the option for it. And we got Peter Hoy with that super chat, giving me a heart. Oh, thank you, heart. Oh. And then Aldous Havley with the $4.99 super chat saying, "Can't stop thinking about rentals in the Vverse. Feel like sweeping lots of floors. Speculation keeping me up at night. Big hugs and much love to all." See, that is a good reason to stay up at night, thinking about fun and positive things. Sometimes I do get like that as well. I wish I could say most of the time it was, but every now and then it really is about, whether it's passing the great filter, or it's about AI and it getting too crazy. Yeah, that's pretty scary. That's pretty like I forget what, or even if it's not AI, even if it's not something of man's own making, even if it's, let's say, like a black hole. I forget which black hole it is, but there's one, I think it's like 50 something like million light years away, where the circumference of, or Jupiter's, not Neptune's orbit circle, right? It's really, really huge, because here's the sun, we are like this, and Mars is like this, and Neptune's like this, and somewhere like 50 million light years away, there's a black hole that is 50 times the amount of pretty much our solar system, Neptune's orbit. So take our solar system, whole of Neptune's orbit, and multiply it by 50, and that is how big that black hole is. Dude, space is scary. Things, universe can collapse in on himself, and we'd have no idea. You have, there's a lot of, in parentheses, like astronomer Randy. There's a whole bunch of matter, like dark matter that we can't even see. We don't know what it does. Oh, thanks, babe.
You're welcome.
I have a little kitty. Is it going to be too hot?
Probably for you.
I meant to hold. Look, guys, I got a cup with little kitties on it. It's a little kitty. Yeah, this is hot. Thank you so much. Aldous Havley says, "Does Randy dream of electric sheep?" No. I don't know.
You know the reference?
No. What's the reference?
Oh, it's the Philip K. Dick book. That is the Harrison Ford movie. What's
Indiana Jones?
no?
Star Wars? He's been in a lot of movies, babe.
I know.
He's a great actor.
That's the name of the book. But
Okay, well, Aldous Havley, Danielle got the reference. I did not get the reference. I think I'm showing my age, or you're showing your, I don't know. We're showing our ages here with that one. No, Danielle can tell you my dreams are pretty intricate and crazy, and I can't believe you don't like dream like that.
things.
Yeah, like they're nuts. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to some of the comments here.
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta see that. Or read it, right? Yeah, you said it's a book.
Yeah.
Okay, Todd for sure. Popeyes or Chick-fil-A? I like Chick-fil-A. Yeah, I gotta say Chick-fil-A. Yeah, I'm gonna go Chick-fil-A over that. Top Stray says, Aaron, did you see the weird video with the guy from Disney today? It was super biased and off base, but he did mention how much firsts matter. There will be many firsts, but Todd is the first of all. Agreed, third. Taff says, not pumping. I have one and want to buy more, but long-term perspective. Agreed. C15 says, all great points. Justin says, gang bat. Kevin Murphy says, we will be able to transact with OMI on Immutable X. Should be. Kevin Murphy says, not only with Veve NFTs, with all on Immutable. Oh, I hope so. That'd be great. That would give OMI so much utility. Jeff Marcelin, is 10,000 OMI enough? $10,000 worth of OMI or 10,000 OMI? Because with 10,000 OMI, no. Just my opinion. Junior Sanchez says, it's a start. You can't really ever have enough. That's true. Troll Game says, imagine in the future you could buy attack type NFTs that are compatible with certain Pokemon. And just like in the games, you could teach your Pokemon certain moves and make it more valuable. I don't know where you got that idea, Troll Games, but I'm going to take a picture of it because that was great. Super fantastic. Okay, moving on. Jimmy Lawrence says, at Taps Trades, don't forget that the ex-Disney exec is now working for another blockchain company. I wouldn't underestimate his own motives. We've been working with Disney for over 4 years, per Alcon. Agreed. Oksana, you're getting removed for those spam links. Crazy Dave says, what's up, Randy? Question. Better long-term hodl, Fantastic Four number 1, common or Deadpool common? Fantastic Four number 1. Peter Hoy, thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you, my hero. Cheers, mate. Chris Neal says, when Bear Brick to Veve? I don't know. Hopefully soon. Tapstray says, at Jimmy Lawrence, I also pointed out to Alex G and the community that he's been a former Disney exec since 2013 and signed on as a CMO for a brewing company in 2014. So his info is very, very dated and biased AF. Agreed. Mars Davis says, at Taps Trades, that video was great. Confirmation of golden moments for sure. Not that we needed it. Peter Hoy says, you're too cool, mate. Oh, thank you, fam. Thank you so much. Am I really, I feel like without my glasses and my painted fingernails, am I really too cool with my meow shirt on? Mike Ill Gaming says, buy what you can afford. Agreed. Sonny says, owie. Obadiah says, if they still have Street Fighter, can't wait for Chun-Li. Oh my God, that'd be great. Yeah, they definitely still have Street Fighter. Max Squad says, all comics, not financial advice. Jimmy Laura says, at Taps Trades, 100% love your work. Oh, Taps Trades got another fan. Synox says, I think it was an NPC till I hit 23 years old. Feels good to be a real player these days. I think all children are kind of NPCs, where it's like, you know, what can you do? Like, you're probably an NPC really until, I would say, like teenager, when you start getting your really like your own thoughts, and you start to learn about like the world a lot more. Um, and also, I mean, also you know, at least for me, that's maybe that's when I really started to have internet, and I could really look at things, and you learn how to decipher things, and you learn how to what's real and what's not real, and up until then, you're kind of just listening to what your parents say, and that's about it. And so, results may vary. Sometimes good, and other times not so good. Um, wow, I get a lot of people with these links here. I don't know what to make of them. Brendan Z says Star Wars series 1 to 50K. I think yeah 50K. Mark Reeves says I got my mom on board. OMI gang sold off here. Uh, sold off her BNB for OMI 300,000 tokens. Let's get this bread. Get it. Brett Winter says I haven't heard any Earth 2 talk in a while. Are you still as bullish on it? Yes, I actually put money in pretty much every week. Any other metaverse projects you're following? Um, no, but actually, one of the South Korean Ministry of something, they mentioned that they're putting a lot of money into the metaverse, and they mentioned three different metaverses. They mentioned Decentraland, Sandbox, and Earth 2. So Earth 2, I'm very, 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 very bullish on. And once Omi moons, or once let's say, it might not be a bad idea to buy some of Earth 2's, take some of those profits and buy some of Earth 2's crypto. Now I already have 30,000 of the Essence crypto, but again, the only way you can get the Earth 2 crypto now is by having a bunch of tier 1 tiles, which I have, and then you outfit them with mentors, and you can't get tier 1 tiles anymore. So that rewards the old users that pretty much they crowdfunded the game with. And I just got very, very lucky. I got in really early, spent a bunch of money, made a fudge ton of money. And, I have Chavez Topia in there. And is this going to be too hot? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A little hot, a little hot. Sensitive lips. So, yes, I'm very, very bullish on Earth 2. Neon Vibes is, where was it? Valdemir Staput says, good morning, Valdemir. Taps raises says, thanks, Mars Davis and Jimmy Lawrence. And Taps be dabbing. Al's Havley says, yo, at Taps, more content, please. Love your positive attitude and perspective. Much love to you all. We all want more Taps trade. Like, I think up until this moment, I thought it was selfless me going to Taps and saying, like, hey, talking about Decon, like, you have a lot of talent. I bet if you went and left your job, you could close that gap of how much you make on YouTube versus how much you make at your job. Probably close that gap in a year. You probably do it a lot sooner. If you went, full time on YouTube. And I did that because I believed he could, and I believed he might be happier. But I also think I'm realizing now that I said that because I want more Taps Trades content. So I think that's why I also mentioned that. I mean, I do believe that would be an overall net positive, even if he was even if he wasn't as happy with that move. Even he's like, for the first, let's say 6 months, he's making less money, and he's like, he's crying. I think because I think that might not, that still would have been a very fair trade-off for him bringing information to tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people. I think that would have been a very net positive. Now, again, like, I'm not going to, I wasn't thinking about that at that time. I was just thinking like, hey, you can close the gap and then you'd be happier, and then eventually you'd make more. But now I'm thinking that, well, he can definitely do it quicker than I thought if he wanted to. Like, if he pushed it, he could hit 100,000 subscribers this year. Like, y'all see me, still the same old G, but I've been low key. I've been the rat's active. I've been trying to stream as much as possible, make content as much as possible, and I just barely hit 7,000 subscribers. Taps has 11,000 more than I do. So if he starts trying, like, I feel like he's like that 13-year-old kid where it's like, bro, you go to the gym once and you'll be jacked, you'll be yoked AF. But like if he try, again, not that he's not trying now, he does a lot of work for the community. I'm just so curious to see where that playthrough would go. Like if Taps' life was a video game, the safe route is doing what he's doing. You know, he's a stock and real estate investor, or crypto and real estate investor, but never a financial advisor. And he does YouTube as a passion project and as a hobby and for the greater good. You know, but the person, you know, Taps himself, his consciousness, the aliens that are controlling us, you know, whatever, they're playing it pretty safe. But I'd be very curious to see a playthrough of Taps' life where he doesn't play it safe, where he goes. But yeah, the and maybe so Taps, just talking to you, and I know there's 130 more people in the room, but I think that would be. I mean, you're. You know, I know you probably have a decent bag of OMI. You probably have a decent bag of a bunch of other stuff as well. You know, I told my friend Dennis the other day, and I've mentioned him on the last few streams. I was like, hey, you know, I told him get rid of his Ethereum, get rid of everything, and you know, he had a little bit, but you know, like 700,000 OMI, 800,000 OMI, give or take. I think it would also be overall a net positive for Taps as well when he would go to do that. I mean, you'll make the money anyway, you know, when OMI goes up. Like, it's not a question of like, you know, kind of if, it's just a question of when. I am like this to me is a certainty. I know it's not, you know, nothing's ever certain, but that's yeah, this is it. This is like, you know, I'm playing out every scenario in my head. And the only thing that I think that would really derail us is this like three or four different things, like nuclear holocaust, you know, like via like World War III, alien invasion, solar flare. Um, I cannot say enough nice things about Taps. Those are the only like couple of things that would really derail a Comey. Um, yeah. So Taps like, and again, I'm going to finish that thought and say, Taps, I love you. Keep doing what you're doing. Please make more content. Pretty much that whole thing was just saying make more content. Where was I beforehand? Mark Reeve says, met someone who owns Pocket Monsters sealed. Is their value? Well, what is it? The packs or is it the boxes? Is it from Japan? It could be depending on the box. Let me know. New York Patriot says, well, it is apparent that OMI crashes with the market if it's bloody enough by much faster recovery versus all other alts in Bitcoin. Yes, agreed. Valdemir Staput says Walt just shot up to 35K. Heyo. Yeah, it was like 34.9 before. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, this is good. I had a sore throat, but this is. Oh yeah, that tea hits the spot. New York Patriot says bullish. Triple GGG says, what would be the fee to cash out? 2 to 3%, maybe. I would think 10%. Again, just thinking out loud. When one says, hello, Randy. How's life? Pretty good. You know, came here at the girlfriend's house today. It was a good time. Did I get the Batman drop? I did not, and I did not buy from the market because it's too. I waited too long, and now it's too expensive, and I missed it. Aloha says, let's get this bread, Randy. Migration week. We here. We out here. G43 is off topic. The way you communicate with your girlfriend is kind of sweet, bro. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, it's the way I talk to. I mean, not everyone, but I just, you know, it's like it's the way we communicate. It's like, oh, hey, babe. We got a good thing going. Neon Vibe says, would you rather stack Batgirl, Deadpool, or Storm? I assume you mean the first appearance Batgirl. Probably Deadpool. C15 says, how much for the desk space? Like that space? Like not the cape, but that I can't. I can't right now. I'll ask her about the cage for Taps, and then I'll see how she responds to that. Brendan Z says we should make an exclusive club for holders of all 6 Craven secret rares. If you want, I guess that would be a pretty exclusive club in general. Peter Hoy, thank you so much for that super chat. Give me the heart. And Aldous Havley says, can't stop thinking about rentals in the metaverse. Feel like sweeping lots of floors, speculating, keeping me up at night. Big hugs and much love to all. Thank you so much. Yeah, gotta love that. I think about it a lot too. You know, with millions of people on here, and maybe not that many NFTs, there's probably going to be a lot of renting out. Does I mean, think about it. How many people do you know have 100 plus collectibles? It's a good amount. There's a couple people that have thousands of collectibles. Now those are few and far between, but oh, that tea is good. Yeah, just renting out could be really good. Renzi's astronomer Randy. Brash Paradox says thoughts on comics seem criminally undervalued. I think a lot of them are. Brash Paradox says Fantastic Four #1, especially. I hope so. Obadiah Gold Shekelstenovic says, I love space, but man, it gives me anxiety with how huge it is. Yeah. I mean, we're just a people that cannot even control one planet. You know, some people have control of little specks of dirt on the planet, but yeah, we're not united. But I think we'll get there. You know, what did Optimus Prime say to Bumblebee? He's like, humanity is a young species, and it's still, you know, kind of finding its own way. So let me. Oh, that tea is good. Aldous Havley saying, does Randy dream of electric sheep? I didn't get that. My girlfriend did. Thank you for the super chat. Scabby says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bullish are you for OMI and for Veve NFTs? Well, short term, I'm more bullish on OMI, or I guess long term also for the next few years. But I also, you know, I didn't put 10 million OMI in the app just to like have it there, and then eventually I'll put it onto tier 1. No, I'm going to spend all of that 10 million OMI that's on the app. I'm going to consistently stake $50,000 worth, and then most of which I will use it to try to buy land, and some of it that I don't use for land will be for Pokemon. And, you know, one of the big things that helped me out in Pokemon was collecting what I like. Now, I got lucky because I liked certain Charizards and I liked other certain things, but, you know, I liked the Trophy Kangaskhan, and that did very, very well. But being able to go and be able to take that for Pokemon, like, I'll get every single one, even if they have like, oh, hey, here's you know, coughing, here's like Beedrill, here's like something, you know, here's like a Weedle. Nobody really likes Weedle. Nobody really you know, maybe Coughing because it's Team Rocket's Pokemon. You know, but let's say like Tangela. Nobody really likes Tangela. I'm gonna get, and at the time there'll probably be 100 different things that would be a better buy than that Tangela, but I'm gonna get it because it's Pokemon. The land, I think, is going to be the biggest thing, because that is, you know, how I advertise on my fridge. People will be able to advertise on their land if it's close. What if two different ways? One, if it's close to, you know, like Disneyland or Veve City or whatever they have in there. And two is if there's something unique about that land, and people want to go there, and you could charge advertising. You could say like people can come in for free. You get it, and you could maybe try to keep people out or charge people for coming in. But what I think you wouldn't want to is because if you get enough foot traffic, you can put ads up, and it's like, wow, you get, you know, a couple thousand people a day to your land, and you know, not everybody that's into Veve is on YouTube. How do I know that? Because, you know, let's say if me, Taps, Cavell, Asian Dan, Poor Man Printing, Wendy Stibalis, Kyle Willson, you know, everyone that's on my fridge, if we combined all of us, maybe, you know, 100 something thousand subscribers, and there's 1.6 million monthly active users. So not everyone that is on Veve will watch our YouTube stuff, but you can be damn sure that they'll all be in the Veveverse. So the potential for being able to get foot traffic and maybe not even renting out our land, but running ad space that's the thing I'm most bullish on. But yeah, I'm bullish enough on the NFTs where I will spend a bunch of OMI on it. But I'm more bullish on OMI, and I'm even more bullish on the land. And the land hasn't been introduced yet. But that is like the next frontier, is the land. And this is going to be the biggest one. Yogurt says, isn't the black hole Uranus? I love you, man. Bash Paradox's thoughts on VV comics. I love them. Brendan Z's laughing at Yogurt. Superstar Money says, Randy, the OG Omi homie, everyone subscribe. The Loki cult leader is a low-key and genuine good dude. Omi to the moon. Thank you so much. Atomic Z06, on a scale of 1 to 10, Vivi is a go. Anyone gets the floss reference? I don't get it. DJ DS says, is the mini drop coming next weekend? We're not sure. Flexible Mawile says, cashing out from an E2 a bit to Revolut seems to be pending on Revolut as a refund. Been about 5 hours. Sometimes it takes about 12 hours, so give it a few more. Bash Paradox's thoughts on Fantastic Four 1. The common market on Vivi, I'm very bullish on it. I have 2 Fantastic Four 1 number secret rares. Flex Mall says 1 spider, 3 bats. Probably 1 spider. Talking about secret rare. Keenan says, I got my alligator Loki yesterday. Am I in the club now? I mean, there's no actual club. But if you have a secret rare alligator Loki, you know, when we're in Orlando for the 30-cent party, I will pay for your tickets to go to Universal with us. Now, if you don't have one, you can still come and just pay your own way. But either way, I'll be paying for everyone's OMI NFTs. Or OMI, not NFTs, OMI tattoos. Aldous Hadley says, do androids dream of electric sheep? Philip K. Dick, she's right. Book made into Blade Runner. Ah, cheers. Got a smart one. Oh, that's good. Lorenzo Lopez says, anyone feeling a lull right now? Yeah, a little bit. Just tired of waiting. You'll feel me. Just want exchanges, cash out, Heaverse, and Pokemon with bots under control so we can kill the FUD. Yeah, I feel you. Flexible Mawa says, anyone built a giant Dashi hollow building in Earth 2? I will worship our dear Lord Dashi every day. The second coming of Dashi. I don't know about yet. I do remember there was a bunch of people that wanted a statue of my glorious beard to lead them to greatness in E2. I don't know if that's still a thing that's going on. But I will let you know. We can find out. Brendan Z says Neapolitan ting as well. Mars Davis at Randy. I use ice cubes to cool the rim of the mug and the tea also. Glad I'm not the only one. Same one around these parts. Cheers. And we got Dirk Latte says, do you think the Amazing Spider-Man 252 common with the top 4 highest mint number mean anything? Actually, yes. Number 996. If it is the top, yeah, I actually do think that's top 5. I have to blow my nose. I don't know if okay. There's no tissues. Taps Trades, thank you for the super chat saying you're too kind, and the king one day hoping. Maybe King of streaming just because I stream so much. But I think this is not a tissue. This is a okay. Yeah, trying to get on your level, bro. Dino Lang says approaching 640,000 OMI and still dollar cost averaging it. Dave, do you have can you hand me a paper towel, please? Thank you.
Paper towel?
Yes, please. Get it, Dino Lang. Spider Zero says I feel like I'm Thor and I'm like calling Mjolnir, but instead of Mjolnir, it's a paper towel. I'll be right back, guys.
Can I get any tissues?
Well, I didn't think of the tissues, did I? I thought of a paper towel because that's all that I saw. Oh, no. Spider Zero says had to buy the new statue. Was expensive in my opinion, but well worth it. Nice. Whoa, Spider Zero's got 70 sets. Damn, Daniel. Mars Davis says, at Taps Trades, join the stream. Speech. Trade Crypto says, it took one video of a former Disney exec calling on people to hodl GMs for people to FOMO back into Disney. Come on, people got to do their own due diligence. Agreed. Trade Crypto says they were equally as valuable before. Also agreed. Valdemir Stapult says, just traded my Steamboat common for a first appearance Spider-Man common. Was that dumb? No, I think that's fine. Francis Bob says, what do you think about Daredevil 131? Is that the first appearance of Daredevil? If it is, I like it. I just realized what I said is Daredevil 131, the first appearance. So no, disregard. I don't know too much about that comic though. Flexible Mama says 1,000 collectible is easy. I could sell all, get 9,000 gems, and buy all of the cheapest NFT comic on Veve, whatever that is. I don't know because I think the cheapest ones are like $12 or $13. But yeah, I guess maybe you could. Just be advised. I don't have that many collectibles. I currently have 296 collectibles, but more than a third of that is alligator Lokis. Because out of 296, I have 139 common alligator Lokis. Holy guacamole. Um, we have a very large super chat coming in from Cordy, $100. Thank you so much. Saying, thanks for the Dashi journey, Randy. Enjoyed your videos since last May. Never forget multiple NFTs in one drop back on the days. Yes, I remember those days fondly. Uh, I'm currently looking for a new pair of socks for Minnie. LOL. Tell your girlfriend to just excuse us. Just a small token of appreciation. No, thank you. Thank you so much. That means the world. No, she loves you guys. She she laughs at some of the things that are said, and I show her all the memes that are made, and somebody said the other day, is like, "Hey Randy, I think I found out your parents," and it was Hercules and Xena from like the Xena series, and she's laughing at those. We're talking about you, babe. All good things. All good things. But yeah, never forget where you came from. The NFTs dropped back in the day, and currently looking for a new pair of socks from Minnie. Well, I hope you find those new pairs of socks. Cheers, mate. Where was I beforehand? I forget. Oh, wow. What we got here? We got Spider Zero having 1,417 collectibles. Can't wait for renting. That's so much. Even if you rent those out for 50 cents a day, not even $1, you're looking at $708 a day. That's nuts, babe. That's nuts, right? That's nuts. I'm trying
When's
to
that gonna happen?
renting. I don't know, probably end of this year. But let's round it down to 700 to make it easier. So let's say that's $4,900 a week. Let's say it's so 49. So let's say 49,000. Over 10 months. Plus that extra. Well, no, that's actually 49,000 over 10 weeks. Because 4,900 a week. So let's say 49,000. Let's say times another. Let's say times 6. No, because that'd be 10. Let's say times 5. So that'd be $245,000 for 50 weeks. And let's say take 2 weeks off just for vacation. So you're making $250,000 by renting out your collectibles for 50 cents a day. That is absolutely bananas. That's so nuts. That's so crazy. That's how Italians say crazy. If I couldn't tell my girlfriend was Italian before when we were in bed, what were you talking about? Where you're like, oh, the ghost story in like the Poconos or something?
Oh yeah.
No, the Indian reservation.
Yeah.
She's like going like this, and I'm like trying like to get an eye poked out. So like, it was good times. That reminds me of the an episode of Married with Children, where Al Bundy's talking to his kid. He's like, where'd you learn how to mod cars like this or something? He's like, oh, like in your dodging the cops. It's like, all right. It's like, where'd you learn to build forts like this? It's like, in bed ditching your mom. It's like, Al Bundy was so great. I loved him. Dino Lang says, what's the gossip on the Disney exec I'm just hearing about? Maybe I need to make a video. Apparently he had, again, I don't know, but apparently he had said something along the lines of that the golden moments were straight up fire, and Disney might have messed up, and Veve might have messed up, but the way you hear of it, I guess, is mostly all positive. Like you don't hear the FUD, you hear like the really good stuff, and people be FOMOing into Disney. Mark Reeves says, I DM'd you on Twitter about the Pocket Monsters. Get more info soon. Let me take a look, see, because I am interested in the Pokemons. Let's go to the. Oh, man, I can't even tell which one is. Okay, for the co-work, want to send the packs. I asked him to take pics. Send the pics my way, Papa. That's his name on Twitter. I'm not just calling him Daddy. What else we got? Aaron says, "Who is the weird guy?" Taps mentions. I didn't see the video. I don't even know. He's Go to Alex. I think Alex. I don't know. There's a couple people that mentioned him. Flexible Mawile says, "Why do companies trust Vivi? Some startup with no reputation. It's because of Alfred Arcon. That's pretty much because of him. Now, again, that's not to take anything away from David Yu, who's extraordinarily successful in his own life. I actually did a video called "The Power of the Akomi Team," and it goes over all the successes from David and Dan, as well as Alcon's. Um, yeah, so the power of the Akomi Team. Let me play a clip. I mean, it's my stuff. I should be able to, right? The power of the Akomi Team. It has gotten 1.3 thousand views. What song do I sing in that?
Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Wendy Chavez.
I don't even sing a song.
If you're not,
I don't. I
love you all.
I don't have the.
I will
It's in my
start
girlfriend's old
Patreon member
place.
shoutouts again tomorrow as soon as I get home. Kraken, Binance probably next. And again, I have to ask a question. Did y'all forget?
But basically, at the start of a minute, the power of the Comey team goes over all their references and all the stuff that they had accomplished. So even if Alcon wasn't with them, they would have gotten a few. They would have gotten a few licenses by themselves. Again, even if he wasn't with them, but they are with them, or he was with them. So I'm pretty sure he used his old contacts at Nintendo, whatever's in his old Rolodex and whatever, to get some licenses, and that's how they go. All it takes is one domino to fall, then the others start falling in line with it. Obadiah says, at Flexible Mawile, it's the people behind Vivi who has the massive reputation. Agreed. Taps Trades is at Flexible. David Yu has been in the licensing game for almost 30 years. Alcon longer. Dan and several big companies as well. The leadership is straight up fire. Y'all just be answering for me. I don't even need to answer. Chachi T says, Randy, what are your thoughts on C3PO? I know everybody loves R2D2. They'll collect them. I mean, him and R2 are like the only two to be in all 9 movies and survive all 9 movies and survive pretty much everything. Like they survive everything. And I love their intros in like 3PO. Like he was made by Anakin. It's Vader's creation. Like that's awesome. We did not expect that when we saw the prequels originally, and R2 being just a droid that was able to help out the team. So I mean, people like it because of that. 3PO is a little bit annoying every now and then, but R2's really cool. R2 is really awesome. We got Peter Hoy with that super chat saying diamond. I don't know how to make a diamond with my hands. I don't want to accidentally flash gang signs. I don't know how to make a diamond with my hand, but thank you so much, Peter. Peter J.H. Hoy. Was that beforehand? But yeah, 3PO is cool, but most of the focus will be on R2. C15 is Batman vs. Killer Croc, almost a 2K floor. Damn. I wish I could get one. Flexible Mawile says Alligator Loki cosplay. I don't know if I could actually do an Alligator Loki cosplay. I'd have to think about that. Suddenly, with my slurping, this is an ASMR stream. I'm going to slurp again. Oh, that is good tea. Thank you guys for 150 likes. That means the world. It'd be hard for an Alligator Loki cosplay. Kenny says, hello from Malaysia. Why, hello, Kenny. But yeah, Peter saying, should I keep a million? Could I keep my million OMI on Bit4X or on the Veve app? Well, it depends what you want to do. Do you want to stake? Do you want to sell? Do you want to use it to buy NFTs? If you have enough NFTs, and you want to sell, keep it on the exchange. If you're not looking to sell, well, put it on the app. But be advised, if you put it on the app, you will eventually have that option to spend. So, so just be aware of that. You might, let's say you have a million OMI and maybe it's not worth a ton right now, but then when we're at 10 cents and suddenly you have $100,000, maybe I take a little bit of OMI and spend it. So that OMI will probably go down because you'll be having a lot of money, so the amount will trickle out. But then if you really don't want to sell it either, don't want to do any of that, keep it on the exchange or just keep it on a trust wallet, and then do the manual process of the exchange when you want to sell, if you ever want to do that. Mark Reeves says, sorry if I already missed your thoughts. What did you feel on the new mini drop? Well, we don't really know the the details on it. So I don't know. The first appearance would be great. that'd be fantastic. People would love to get that. Do Minnie and Mickey have kids? I'm sure they must. But let's see. Do Mickey and Minnie have a kid? Well, Mickey has 2 nephews, and Minnie has 2 nieces. Donald has 3 nephews, and so on. So the DuckTales series actually deals with their mother. Interesting. Why they live with their uncle. Goofy is the only current cartoon main character that actually has a son. Does Mickey have a son? Oh, Marcus Mouse. So Marcus Mouse appeared in some English stories in the 1930s, Mickey Mouse annuals. So I guess Mickey has a kid. Did Minnie cheat on Mickey? Yes, but it wasn't cheating. What? Mickey and Minnie had an open relationship. So what is this? There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. I don't even believe that. Mickey and Minnie have twins. To clarify the 2 things, the characters not. No, Mickey and Minnie are not. All right, I'm gonna go down this deep rabbit. I'm not gonna go down a deep rabbit hole because I would go. It would start here and it would end with Thomas was just following orders. Is that what that thing is called? And I'm not gonna say I'm recommending this, but was it Thomas was on the phone? Yeah. So there's this guy called Eternal Snake, and he made a video called "Thomas was only following orders." That is not safe for work. That might not even be safe for life, because there's a whole story with a whole bunch of those, and I just know where that's going to end by the end of that. I really have to show my girlfriend that, because that's a really, really good. That is a really good. No, Snapchat. I don't care that I have unopened snaps. I'm sorry if anyone's Snapchatting. I don't know if anyone here has my Snapchat. But Minnie would be cool. Digital Sniper says land is going to be huge. Look at how high the prices are for land in the Sandbox game, and they don't even have the IP that Veve has. Oh, you are speaking my language, Digital Snipers. You are preaching to the choir. Mark Reeves says, ex-Disney executive stating that we should hodl all the Disney moments because Disney made a mistake on their deal pricing those NFTs, not realizing what it meant for the first on the blockchain. That could be true. Beaker says, bought ultra rare Loki, number 2282. Hey yo, or at 2282. Get that bread. And Courtney, thank you for that $100 super chat after you had a $50 super chat beforehand, saying thanks for the dashy journey, Randy. Enjoyed your videos since last May. Never forget getting multiple NFTs in one drop back on days. I'm currently looking for a new pair of socks for Minnie. LOL. Tell your girlfriend to excuse us. Just a small token of appreciation. Yes. Hey, look at that rat. Thank you again for that. Yeah, this has been an incredible journey. Like, am I a Homeward Bound movie? Because this is an incredible journey. Mark Reeves says he said that they priced them as Happy Meals. Yeah, for us. Chachi T says, does anyone have one Go token they can send me? I think Justin has a bunch. Guru Construct says, you need to chat to Flat Earth Dave Weiss, DITRH. It'll be your most viewed vid by far. Flat Earth Dave. I don't know if I can, but let's see. Well, he has 4,000 subscribers, and I don't know if I could. I'll see. I'll see. V. Kerr says number 2,282 ultra rare Loki. Get that bread. Let's take a look at what the ultra rare Loki's going for. I think that's going for like 600. No. I'm sorry. 279. I think. Let's take a look. See. Because this was at like 350. It was almost at 400 at one point. So for it now to so it's 320 right now. So things finally starting to go back up. What's the common one going for? Common one is 82. Very nice. Moving on. Jake McGuay says for 1,300 gems, would you buy ultra rare zombie Spidey or Wally? So obviously Disney Golden Moments are great. Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. I mean, Spider-Man in general is more popular than Wally, but Peter Parker Spider-Man is the Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. I mean, that is the only one we've seen really in the movies with the full costume intact, and that is the. They are going to make another series, like the What If series did so well that they are making a continuation of the zombie hunter Spider-Man with the zombie Captain America and all that. So I don't know. I would buy Ultra Rare Spidey just because I like that more, and I don't really have a connection with Wally. Financially, it's a toss-up. Maybe Wally squeaks it out, but I would just go with Spider-Man because I like him more. Aviker says I also won the drop today. Killer Crocs 7028. Get that bread. Anonymous says Wally. Ramsey says the Hitmonkey Secret Rare floor is thin. Join the gang, Randy. I will at some point, just because I love the comic. I will. Justin says late night mukbang. This is not the late night mukbang. What? Oh god, it's so good. But there was actually there was somebody that said, if you do this mukbang, I will unsubscribe from your channel, and that made me kind of sad because, if you don't like certain things that I do, well, not everyone's going to be perfect. But unsubscribe. Like, I think I do give out pretty good information for free, and I think that, even if I did something that you like, it's not like I'm making like a political video saying that I'm for or against something, or I stand by this person, not by this. It's something that I'm doing that really isn't hurting anyone. Now, is it wasteful? Yeah, it is. But I think, a little bit of waste for entertainment for hundreds of people or thousands if they view it. I think it's probably a net positive. And, for someone to say, like, unsubscribe because of that one thing that I did, I think that's a little silly. I don't know why that got to me. Again, it's one person, but yeah, I think it's not that they were unsubscribed. I think that they were doing it for a very silly reason. Yeah. Moving on. Dino Line says, apparently I should make a vid. Do it. I don't know why I'm getting all these links. Why I get all these links? Move. Darklight says, what would be a good thing to stack right now for renting out in the future? I'm currently stacking Coke Common, but I don't know if that's going to be rented out much. I'm assuming mint numbers matter here. Mint numbers might not matter because, the only reason that mint numbers might matter are because you say, like, oh, maybe the lower the mint number, the faster or more points you get, or saying, like, hey, you completed it with this mint number, but you have a goal of completing it with a number 50 or number 40. That's one of the things, and you have to pay for that. Maybe you can do that. But Marvel Mighties, that is such a coin flip, buying, let's say, a bunch of Cersei's or a bunch of those, like a bunch of whatever. Why? Because a lot of people think that they'll get gamified, and if they do, then yeah, they'll go through the moon. But we could all of these can get gamified. We don't know. And if you buy a bunch of them and they don't get gamified, then, well, how many people really care about the Eternals and the Marvel Mighties? Probably not a ton. So it really depends. I don't know. Trade Crypto says, the Akomi Veve team is the absolute dream team. Hodl our gem of a project and enjoy the ride. Peter, thank you so much for that super chat. Joe says, be a real one and play Seinfeld on live. I love Seinfeld. Peter says, sell one of my rare Spider-Man for 6 ultra rare Lokis. The ultra rare Lokis are very undervalued, but the rare Spider-Man is very good to have. I don't even have 1% of the ultra rare Lokis. I would keep the Spider-Man. Crypto's with Taco saying 2 Becky Batmans or 1 Superman. I would still say 2 Becky Batmans. Two Becky Batmans would be my thing. Now, where was I? Flexible Mom says, you're going to need to get in touch with your inner alligator if you plan to live in Florida. Go swim with alligators in Everglades dressed as Alligator Loki. I think that would get me killed. That would make me a hashtag. Peter Hoy says, no gang signs. Oh, Iron Man. Flexible Mom says, Minnie and Mickey have no reproductive organs. How do you know? Trade Crypto says, Mickey and Minnie Valentine's drop. Calling it right now. Oh, that could be cool. Peter Hoy with that $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Saying, says, you're very positive for me, mate. Oh, thank you. Well, I don't want to say that I try. It's just what I am. generally, I remember one day this older lady I used to know says like, "Why are you always smiling? Why are you always happy?" And it's like, did I just hear that? Like, did I just hear someone say like, "Why are you always smiling?" Like, what would you rather me be like miserable? And I was like, can I record that and play it back for you? Like, I don't know. Like, I can't choose to be happy. It happens a lot though. Like Taps can tell you, I'm pretty much just me. Like if I'm going to bed, if I'm waking up, dude, Taps is so like, not, I don't call him cute. Taps is so adorable. Like when we wake up from on decon after the first night, I was like, Taps, we gotta go, we gotta get the drop, gotta get the drop. I was like, okay, let's get the drop. I missed the drop. Okay, back to sleep. And I was just like myself at like any time in the morning. But I remember in the military one day, when I was in tech school. So it was like March or whatever. It was cold, and we had to run. It was like 5 in the morning. I was like, oh. So we had to run, and I was just like, I was doing like the SpongeBob eager face, like, and this guy Crabley, he was like, Chavez, why the fudge are you this happy in the morning? I was like, I don't know. I like running. I want to run. I want to run. The exercise we did in basic training was not that. It was just running, and like that was it. But finally in like tech school, I was eating a lot. I was working out, I was building muscle, and I was running in the morning. It's like I live for this. And he's just like like he's not a morning person. That's just the way I am. My Eminem, because that's just the way I am. Chachi T says, "Yo, you cracking me up." Mars Davis says, "R2D2 has 100x in a little over 2 months. Fortunes will be made. Probably already have." Then it says Mickey was in an open relationship while suicide. So there's this one story where Disney was going to open up Mowgli's palace. They were going to have like the Disney cruise line go to this island. They wanted to build Mowgli's palace on this island from a Jungle Book, and the locals were like really against it because the locals were like, no, they're just gonna take away the jobs from here. I mean, they were giving the locals had it all twisted because they were going to give jobs, they're going to bring tourism money. um, but they just weren't into it. But anyway, the I guess having to do with like the tide and the sandbars, one of the ships got stuck, and people keep having like electrical problems. It's called like Abandoned by Disney. Somebody wrote a story about it, and basically it's a half finished theme park that Disney abandoned because like, all right, this is costing us too much money. No one's gonna want to do this. It's really crazy. It's really interesting. Toss me a sniper says, "What's poppin', Randy? How's your day, Pop?" Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. I streamed this morning. We had a drop. I got to come over with the girlfriends. We got to the boyfriend and girlfriend. We got to watch Mandalorian. Yeah, it was a good day. Good day. I'm streaming now. Khalifa Rafiq says, "Hi Randy, what are your thoughts about the last Spider-Man comics?" I like that there was an arc. That we finally got an arc. I was very excited about that. Beaker says, "I probably might sell this piece for a golden moment." Homer Simpson. Yeah, that's fair if you want. Mark Reeves says, "YouTube bankless info on Disney Studio Executive came out 7 hours ago." Justin says, "Paste your Go address." Flexible Model says, "If you don't do mukbang, I'll unsubscribe." All right, gives me a reason to do it. Justin says, "Anti-mukbang peeps have never been to a restaurant before." Aaron goes, "As mint numbers definitely matter." Crypto's a taco. Thank you for that super chat. Saying 2 Becky Batmans and 1 Superman. I think the 2 Beckys. Peter Hoyes is a very positive mate for me, mate. Thank you. I'm glad I can spread the joy, and thank you for that super chat. AR is a great stream, Randy. I like the little critter in the background. Also, one of the best battle statues, Batman vs Superman by Prime One Studio from The Dark Knight Returns. That'd be great. Love that movie. I know there was a conversation, but they made a movie and it was great. Chandler Boaster says, "Do you think Killer Croc is overvalued at the moment? Not sure if it's important. It's first colored Batman. Don't have much to sell by it." I think there are probably better things that I would buy right now outside of it that would grow more. Team Sniper, Toss Me Sniper says 3,200 gems ready to blow. I have 1 ultra rare Loki. What else should I drop my gems on, Dad? By the way, I appreciate everything you do with this community. You're really a legend. Thank you. I would say a rare Spider-Man and maybe a Harley Quinn first appearance. No, a rare Spider-Man and a Steamboat Willie. Yeah, rare Spider-Man, Steamboat Willie is probably really good. And if you have any extra, then get another ultra rare Loki. But at that point, I would say a common Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. Aaron says, what about a common and uncommon Ally Loki? Or a Loki, you mean? Suddenly I have one viewer. Interesting. What about common? Oh, 144. There we go. Common and uncommon Loki. Yeah, I think those are great too. This is, have you seen the former Disney? Yeah, we were we were discussing that a bit on stream. Lever Rafik says, thank you. All right, guys, I gotta go. My girlfriend has been very, very patient. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. Normally, she's in bed, but she is not now. I don't know. But thank you all for everything, and thank you all for the super chats. Although I know there's still some time left on Cordy's super chat there. So no. Okay. Enjoy your night, but thank you all. Y'all mean the world. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the super chats. I love you all. Hey, speak of the devil, and she shall appear. You want to say bye?
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Meow, meow, meow. All right, bye, guys. Meow, meow. All right, thank you for all. Bye. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow.